Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie Anthony.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshats.
These dummies that work for us. You guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Ma, please stop calling me.
You're just a tool.
Mom! I'm not the Lord. I have to do this now.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
You can keep your hands off of my mule. Okay, terrific.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. What's the matter with you?
He was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had him all over the world.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
It really is terrific. Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. Drop chips for everybody. On this fine Twofer Tuesday. Huh? What?
Twofer. Ugh, that annoys the piss out of me. The
Why?
twofer concept. Because the only room in my house I don't have XM in is the bathroom. And when I go into the shower, I have to put on regular radio. A lot of times I listen to the news, but very occasionally, sometimes I want to hear some music.
Do you shower in the nude?
Opie, I am completely nude, my body glistening with water and soap. Stop drooling, Jimmy.
Do you have a nice shower gel to lather up?
To quit you. All lathered up.
You got something to scrub the skin?
Wow. I
body
use
scrubber?
a standard issued washcloth.
With exfoliation, perhaps?
No, I like a washcloth and Caress soap. I use Caress, and I caress myself with it.
Ugh.
What do you use?
Lush. You're still doing the Lush?
You're still using your Lush?
That Lush
fanatic,
I love
obsessive creep.
No, it's good for me. That Lush soap that I bought lasted like 2 showers.
Oh, it's good
It
for my
fell
body.
apart. It was awful.
Faggot. Yeah.
I hated Lush.
You gotta buy the soap that they got it down. They figured out how to make fucking soap.
So anyway,
That's
you're
it.
in the shower.
Yeah.
Nude.
Huge. And I'm listening to, I guess, what the hell was on Classic Rock. Q104 does the twofers, right?
In New York City, yes.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it was Tuesday or that it was even the Q when they do the twofer. And you get in there, and if you hear 2 or 3 songs in a row, it's a miracle. So I hear one song, and I think it was Bruce or some fucking Doors song I heard 1,000 times.
Was it Bruce Juice?
Bruce Juice.
Some Bruce Juice to start your morning off.
It was either Bruce or like the Doors, which, you know, very rarely will I listen to the Doors anymore. I've heard it enough. Thank you.
Well, you've heard the cuts they play on the radio enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Go to Deep Tracks. You'll hear some Doors songs you've
Doors
never heard
songs that you've
before.
never heard. The drug-induced fucking drivel.
Jim Morrison does the hokey pokey spoken word. Lovely.
Do the hokey pokey, then you turn yourself around. Shut up. Self-important douche.
It really was a high boob. We get it. We know.
Yes, you're a genius. You're an American poet.
No
Shut
one
up.
understood you.
Leave Jim Morrison
So
alone.
confused.
Oh, Jim, we hardly knew ye.
Leave him alone.
Just fall asleep with your limp dick, stupid.
Drunk.
I really like Jim Morrison. Leave him alone.
It would like some Doors song would come on, and you're like, all right, it's ending. Cool. Maybe another cool song will come on now. Maybe a good song will come on. Then you realize it's Twofer Tuesday, and you got to sit through another fucking 15-minute Doors song. This is the end, my only friend, the end. This song doesn't end. This song won't end. No.
Starring Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, the end.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. I like that movie growing up.
It just, the only good thing about that song reminds you of Apocalypse, which is kind of cool, but, for the most part, the Twofers, I think Twofers more detrimental than a plus.
Yeah.
Because you hear a song you hate, you might sit through it if you're halfway through it. You know what I mean? Waiting for something good. Twofer Tuesday, the next one comes on, you're out. You're not going to sit through a whole nother sucky song that you don't like.
All depends on the band.
Is that it? Yeah, because if it's something you like, then I guess you're going to hang out.
All of a sudden, it's like Hold On Loosely starts up by 38 Special. You're like, not only do I hate the band, hate this song, there's another one coming after this.
What would the other one be?
Oof. Wow, it's been too long.
Can they play a Rossington Collins?
Yeah, right.
And get away with it, Opie?
I don't know. It's a mixed match twofer.
Mixed match twofer.
What?
I tried to fool you there.
Right.
I played a solo cut from one of the artists in a band. They get all excited when they do a twofer like that.
Yeah, I love the jocks that get all excited about their cleverness.
Hey, they sometimes take a phone call.
Hey, that wasn't a real twofer.
No, but it was. It was.
Let me explain.
They played together in a band back in 1968. Oh, fascinating.
See, I played Leonard Skinner and Rossington Collins and blah, blah. Shut up.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Give me Freebird and go to the bathroom.
Bloop, bloop. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. That's what I do. Bloop, bloop. My radio still does that. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Speaking of 20 minutes or whatever, what's the slogan?
We'll give you...
You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
You know, my cab ride...
with that for a while.
My cab ride is no more than 5 minutes, probably 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're right. Because every once in a while you get a cabbie and they got that 10-10 wins on. You know what's going on in the entire country in 4 minutes.
That's all you need to know.
And the stupid news at night, a half hour, and you're still not informed.
That is all you need to know. I could tell the second I get into the truck in the morning if it's a slow news day or something big's happening. If I'm hearing... like a 15-minute cut of John Montone talking to a cab driver about something, I know we're safe for the day. No terrorism, no troops have died. It's like, we're speaking with the cabbie about the ice conditions on the highway. Nothing happened today.
Nothing happened.
Thank you, John.
All right, we're all alive and well. Let's say hi to Shane in Florida. Shane.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Shane?
Hey, listen, you can't forget about the triple shot weekend.
Oh, wow.
That's not what it's called. It's called a block party.
It's a block party.
In Florida, it's not.
They stink then.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
Triple shot weekend.
No, it's a block. Which I never understood because shouldn't a block be maybe 4?
Yeah.
But 4 is a foreplay.
Oh, that's for foreplay. Didn't you invent something, Opie? Aren't you an innovator in one of those categories?
I had I had my hand in the old foreplay weekend.
Foreplay weekend.
Where the fourth cut is always live.
Where the fourth cut is always live.
Ooh. Mixes it up a bit.
Shut up! So you take the block party weekend, you add 1.
Right.
And you're adding 1 more that's live.
You
throw it all together, it's a foreplay weekend. Come on.
Did you get a pat on the back from the PD?
No.
No.
Absolutely
I got
not.
nothing.
Didn't get a raise, nothing. I was a part-time douche in Rochester.
Later,
Thanks. Thanks for seeing the talent. Thanks. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bless you.
Yeah. What do you think of 15-play Friday? Ooh. You put like 2 CDs of the same band on the row and just come back.
And then leave. Go home.
I would have an OCD weekend. You just play the same song over and over again. Just gets caught in a loop.
That's the jock committed suicide weekend.
How funny would that be? Just one weekend. Just do something so stupid, an OCD weekend.
Just play the same
and play
song.
like Freebird over and over and over again.
Don't they? Apparently, I think that's what the classic rock stations do. When I hear that Freebird start up, I cannot get out of there quick enough.
Yeah,
I like Leonard Skinner, but boy, I got to be out of there.
Rock radio did wreck some of the greatest songs of all time.
Yeah.
Because when Freebird came out, oh my God.
Who didn't listen to it every time you heard it? Stop.
Even, you know, and a lot of people are going to laugh, but this will prove my point. Stairway to Heaven from Zeppelin.
Yep.
Holy shit, the first, couple times you heard that song. Now you can't, as soon as it comes on the radio, I can't turn it off quick enough.
Any Peter Frampton song.
Do you?
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh.
You were in there.
That's what I'm doing.
You didn't like the talk box there, Jimmy?
How's that one go? No.
He invented the live album. You got to give him credit.
What year was this? I know his big album was
1830.
70s, early 70s.
1976.
That before Kiss Alive?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Was that the Kiss Exploitation album that each one of them put out one with their face on the fucking...
No, those were Kiss, the solo records. Believe it or not, Aces was the best of all, which you wouldn't expect.
Was it, Jimmy?
Yeah. Yes,
wow.
it was. I had all 4 of those.
Me too.
Of course you did.
And they all sucked.
Everyone.
Except for one Ace Frehley song.
The greed, even back then.
Groove, right.
The sheer greed, presumptuousness of that band back then to get into a room and go, you know what we're going to do, guys? Each one of us is going to put out an album because these fans will grub up any dime they can, and we will sell them 4 albums instead of 1.
They were right.
Of course they were. It's Gene Simmons, by the way.
Paul's wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, I think Gene's
Did it
was
open
the
up
worst.
and have a picture of him with his big hairy chest?
Ooh, all of them did. Even Peters had Paul's chest in it.
And well, it should.
Of course.
Let's go to Frank in Michigan. Frank.
Hey guys, there's a classic rock station in Detroit that's rewriting the book.
Yeah.
They're doing classic rock Z to A now instead of A to Z.
Z to A.
Ooh.
Z to A. They're
Wow.
new.
They're insane.
Don't they have to skip some letters because there just isn't a band or something? X.
Well, XTC they throw in there.
Oh, do they? Wow.
Joe in Baltimore, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Baltimore. How you doing, man?
You got the Lacko Twofer down here where they only play one song, and if you call in, you win a prize.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay attention to the point. If they don't play a twofer, that's your cue to call in and win a prize.
Yeah.
The Lacko Twofer.
Wow.
It's called Lacko Twofer. Yeah.
Hey, we slipped up.
Oh, you got us. Ha ha ha.
I love the stations that do the $25,000 guaranteed. You're guaranteed to get either so many songs in a row or so many minutes of music or no repeats.
Well, the big one is like, we play 10 in a row without commercials, and if you catch us playing 9, you win $10,000. That's always a huge fall or spring book promotion.
Big promotion. Some station in your area will be doing it.
And these dopes will listen around the clock, waiting for the jock to fuck up, knowing, well, they didn't know this at the time, that it was predetermined, and it was always when there was the most people listening.
Of course.
Usually like 7:40 in the morning or 5:20 in the afternoon.
I remember BAB did that once out on Long Island.
But these dopes are like 1 in the morning. No, we gotta listen to BAB. If they don't play 10 in a row, I can win 10,000.
10 grand. It's all for me. They did that promotion once, and I didn't know anything about radio, and it was during afternoon drive,
right?
Where they were giving it away, and the jock was saying, "I don't know, I think something might happen here where we might have a problem playing all the songs." Like, why would he?
Yeah, now they're
say that?
Now
they're like promoting the fact that here it comes.
Yeah, they're now promoting it. Thank you.
It wasn't like an accident. Hey, I thought it was supposed to be an accident.
Oh man, I don't miss that shit whatsoever.
Here it comes. And then they'd fool some people by playing like a Zeppelin song where one goes right into the other, but it's so familiar that way that everyone thinks of it as one song.
Yeah.
And people would call up. Hey, you only played 9. No. Let me explain to you. Let me explain.
Oh, those 2 songs. It's actually 2 songs by Zeppelin.
They're still doing shit like that.
Yeah.
My one experience with calling into commercial radio, and I'll always hate them for this, was in like I lived in North Brunswick. It was like a little local light FM station, and I called in and requested "Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
Yes, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
And I thought I'd be slick.
Song.
I'm like, yeah, it's my girlfriend and mine's anniversary, and that's like the song we like to listen to.
That's a wonderful song to have as an anniversary song.
Yeah, they didn't play it.
Let's go to Michigan.
I hate them.
Of course.
Herb.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Herb.
What's up, Herb?
Hey, Pumpkin. I just wanted to call and tell you guys about that. How Anthony said the OCD day.
Yeah.
There was a radio station that was, I don't know, they were changing formats, and they played Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places for 24 hours straight.
That's stunting that they do when they change formats. Sometimes they'll do that.
What was the reason for that?
I don't know. Just to make us listen to shitty-ass music.
Oh, all right.
Sometimes they do it to purge the audience. It's either they play a song over and over again or put, like, David Lee Roth in. Whichever. Both seems to work very well.
I don't know if the rest of the country's going to care, but David Lee Roth took over for Howard Stern here in New York. And maybe in your city as well. Well, the ratings came out, and it is the what do you even call it? You can't
Abysmal.
You can't even call it a train wreck.
An abomination.
Like Anthony wrote in an email to me yesterday, people leave a burning building. No, what?
Yeah, people left
people left
station.
David Lee Roth faster
than they leave a burning building.
There you go.
They were fleeing like they were in some type of mortal danger from the station.
They lost something like 75% of their audience.
Yeah.
In 1 month.
Yeah, in a month.
In 1 month.
Boozy, boozy, bop. Boozy, boozy, bop. City bop.
I ain't got nobody listening to the show. Isn't that true?
And I'm sure Howard's going to be taking credit for that today, but I guess he should in a way. But it also means that the person they threw in there is just horrific.
Yeah.
Horrific to lose 75% in 1 month.
To not be able to hold on to anybody, really, because those numbers really, statistically, it's nobody listening.
Dude, you know, if you lose 75% of the audience, eventually the advertising is going to suffer.
I think some more things can suffer other than just advertising, Jim.
I don't mean to be too inside with the folks out there and throw around the deep stuff.
You know, John Minnelli called me about David Lee Roth when he first started, after like he was on a week, and he asked my opinion on it, and I killed the dude, right? I'm like, it's fun to listen to because it's a train wreck.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be fun to listen to after another week or two.
Right.
And he actually wrote me back and said that my comments were too harsh for the newspaper.
Too harsh?
Yeah.
For the newspaper?
For the newspaper.
You're talking about David Lee Roth doing radio, and you were being honest and accurate.
Yeah, because the article in general was very harsh, but as well it should be, because the guy had no business doing a radio show.
Yeah.
Another like celebrity that thinks he could do radio. It just, you can't do radio if you're a celebrity from some other walk of life. You have to work too hard, and these guys aren't used to working too hard. So the whole article, when it came out, was brutal. And my comments were just right on, and he didn't want to use them because it was too harsh. There was too much harshness in the article. It needed a little balance.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you ain't getting me to say anything positive about that train wreck.
No. Then you look silly.
So
there are people like Dee Snider who got into radio, you know, at whatever level, but he didn't start replacing like one of the number one jocks in the country ratings-wise in the number one market in the country. You know, if David Lee Roth wanted to kick off his radio career, perhaps he should have started in Phoenix or something, you know? Perhaps out there in Montana there's a station.
They're saying that Roth, in these latest ratings that just came out, they're estimating that 63,000 listeners. He had 63,000 listeners in January.
What were they thinking?
In January.
even 63,000 people.
Just to give you an idea, when Howard was over there, he was doing 277,000.
Yeah.
So that's how many people said goodbye and weren't listening to David Lee Roth here in New York.
Ben just raised a good point. Ben circled something and handed it to me. This is the people that say Ope's comments were too harsh. Here's a line from the, this is the Post. It's about the kid hearing his dad kill his mom himself.
Oh, right, yeah.
The panicked child then locked himself in the bathroom and heard another gunshot from his suicidal dad blowing his brains out before cops rescued him.
They printed blowing his brains out.
That's not too rough. But him trashing David Lee Roth, a little over the line.
Is there a little more clinical way to say shooting yourself in the head than blowing your brains out?
Yeah,
but yeah, Opie's comment was a little too harsh for David Lee Roth.
And there was some intelligence in what I was telling Minnelli. I said that this radio thing is a tough life. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of celebrities get into it and realize, wow, I have to have a work ethic? Fuck that.
Yeah, they think it's just, you come in and goof around and stuff, but there is a little bit of work you have to put into it.
I mean, the reality is we had a really good show yesterday. No one gives a shit today.
No one cares
No one cares. We have to come up with 4 new hours of stuff today.
Brand new goodness.
And, if you're just going to wing it like David Lee Roth is trying to do over there, of course you're not going to be successful.
To get stampede. Could you imagine how many people did Howard have? You said there?
277,000.
So picture about 200,000.
That's in a quarter hour, so.
Yeah. Picture about 200,000 people running, screaming from something. What that would look like. Right. What that would look like. That would be something that had never been seen on the face of the earth.
The whole tsunami walked away from him.
Unbelievable.
That's how many people left.
Just walked away.
He drove away many people as the tsunami killed.
Know what's even funnier?
Holy shit.
There's a morning show here in New York City. They do a show which is half Spanish and half English.
Oh, Spanglish.
What do they call that? The Spanglish?
Right. Spanglish.
Ready for this? Because you try to figure out where these people went.
Yeah, that's the thing now that all the people in radio are trying to do.
Unfortunately, I'm sure Howie's going to do his Howie math today and say they all went to satellite. It's just not true whatsoever. I'm sure he got a nice chunk, but not everyone said, fuck this, I'm going to satellite. But nope. They went, other places.
Went somewhere.
And there's this Spanish language show. They went up 50%.
Wow.
50%. So, obviously, a lot of these listeners from the old K-Rock days didn't want to hear David Lee Roth and would rather listen to a morning show that speaks half English and half Spanish.
I'm only understanding half the show, but right. It's better than any of David Lee Roth.
Is that amazing? They were the big winners, basically.
By the way, David Lee Roth is on vacation. He's on vacation.
On vacation after 6 weeks of radio.
6 weeks. The shitter.
How do we get that contract?
On vacation. Wow.
Unbelievable, right?
For how long? How long is this vacation?
I don't know.
I would say forever.
I'd like to go on vacation.
I would say that he's calling up Eddie Van Halen as we speak.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
You get the band back together. Oh, boozy, that.
Eddie, you're not doing well, and I'm not doing well. Let's get back together. Who cares? We hate each other. Pokey in New Hampshire, what's up?
Hey, man, the AM station up in Boston calls itself the 50,000-watt flamethrower of justice. And then an FM station is now calling themselves a 50,000-watt flamethrower. I don't get it.
Who's the 50,000-watt flamethrower, then?
The FM station is WHEB up in Portsmouth.
They should literally have a guy with a flamethrower go in there and kill everybody that came up with that idea.
Well,
flamethrower.
They stole it from an AM station. They stole it from RKO.
See, I need to be a program director. If I would call our station the 50,000-watt flamethrower, then I'd have a guy in the van just driving around flaming everybody.
Flamethrower, lighting people on fire on the street.
We're the 50,000-watt flamethrower.
You never know where the flamethrower van will show up next.
Waiting for concert tickets, some guy just opens fire and kills 8 people, drives off.
Half a line.
We are flamethrowing our listeners. Right. The best is when they have a crazy slogan at a radio station, like, we're the 50,000-watt flamethrower. Here's Helen Reddy.
I am woman. Right. Hear me roar.
Oh. Or the only station that really rocks. And then they play Lights by Journey. Are you rocking? Are you?
Do you think you rock? Do you think there ain't any other station out there maybe rocking a little more than you right about now?
Right. We're your home of rock and roll.
Yeah. Rock and roll lives there, huh?
Yeah, whatever. Joe in New York, what's up?
Hey, good morning, fellas. With regard to the Minnelli article, man, the truth is often harsh. And Opie, I got to give you credit on this one. You nailed it in early January. Nailed it.
What did I say in early January? I'm trying to remember.
David Lee Roth, man. In a couple of weeks, it'd be fun to listen to. Train wreck. And then it would be over. And it's basically over. You'll be getting a phone call if you didn't get it already, guys.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we're waiting for our phone to ring, Anthony.
Yes.
Now that David Lee Roth is a disaster, we're waiting for it to ring.
Oh.
But we're here, guys. We're here for you. We know David Lee Roth is a disaster. We're here for you.
Hands go up. But we do radio too.
Right. We're sorry for what we did with the Sex for Sam thing. We're ready, guys. We're ready.
Put us in, coach.
Put us in, coach. Let's say hi to Mark in Jersey. Mark, what's up?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey there, Mac.
Listen on 94.1, which is the Philadelphia station. David Lee Roth, they're not even playing him at this point. So I don't know if he's on vacation or...
He's on vacation.
No, this is great. And I hope we're not boring the rest of America, because this is a big radio story. David Lee Roth took over for Howie, right? And after 6-7 weeks, he's on vacation. Usually when you go on vacation, you play best of your show.
Yeah.
They have basically said he doesn't have enough material for a best of show.
No.
So they can't even gather, what, if he's off a week, that would be 20 hours, let's say?
20 hours.
They can't find 20 good hours of his show that he's done.
That they could rerun.
So they're like, fuck that, and they actually moved other people into his spot.
Yeah, they jockeyed around their jocks.
That is a bad sign.
And it doesn't sound good when you say, he's on vacation. We're in most mediocre. There's no good clips to play.
Guys,
best of his 5
minutes. They didn't even announce he was on vacation either. They're just running the show like he doesn't exist. It's pretty funny.
Call me Kreskin, but I think there's something going on over there.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks, Mark.
All right.
All right. We got to say hi to Mia.
Mila.
Sorry, Mila. It's early.
Mila Jovovich.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
She's adorable.
Oh, this is always fun when all the publicists have to come into the studio.
Listen, you guys.
Just to make sure nothing crazy happens, right?
Listen.
Let me tell you how awful we are. Whenever pretty girls come in here, we clam up. We are incapable of speaking to pretty girls that are guests on the show.
In silence for a couple
We're
of minutes.
terrible.
That'll be great.
Yeah, we'll.
Those are some pretty hot pictures.
Oh my God, we should have covered those up.
But where did you get those?
We didn't realize a lady was coming in today. We should have covered up our wall.
You know, it's somebody
I thought she was a good girl now.
Well, that's when she was a bad girl. Yes.
Oh, right.
That's Christina Aguilera being a bad girl.
What pictures were those? Some German magazine, probably.
That's a really good question. Where did we get those pictures?
Is some pervert on the staff printed them out?
Is that her face on someone else's body, right?
That must be it.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
No.
He's like, no!
Is that what we did?
No.
Every time I look at the Christina Aguilera pictures, I thought that they were real.
No, they are real.
They are real.
All right, so
Steve would know.
Who put those pictures up there?
Oh, I don't know.
It's from Maxim Magazine? It's from Maxim Magazine.
Probably like Paris Hilton's body.
Right?
Well, Paris is up over there, I think, underneath the American mess sign. Something. Why don't we have why don't we have pictures from The Fifth Element? That's what we should have.
I'm kind of glad that I don't have anything from the
You don't want
that could go on this wall. Actually,
you do when you're in when you're in that little thing just made up of some like gauze. It looked like kind of wrapped around you.
Well, I guess if that turns you on,
Jumping
gauze,
around.
Man, that hospital thing is real sexy.
Do you think in The Fifth Element when you came out and you were in just that thing that was kind of strips all around you, that wasn't really hot? That guys weren't watching going, oh. Because let me be the first to inform you a few years later, it was very hot.
A few years
later. Very
later.
nice costume. And then you're flying around all over the place, jumping out windows on top of flying taxi cabs, and nothing came out. Like, that looked like an unsecured little outfit you were wearing. Were you glued in there?
Well, you know, she's a super being, so, you know, it all keeps together.
Was it duct taped and stuff?
Well, no, the whole thing was sort of one piece, so it was kind of like a bathing suit.
Oh, we were
kind of like a wet bathing suit.
Yeah. It certainly was. That's like one of the most memorable parts of that movie, though, is you wearing that getup.
I know. That was a crazy character. That was fun.
Yeah.
Jumping off the building.
And then, of course, the Evil Dead. Evil
Resident
Dead. Resident Evil.
Evil Dead sucks, man. It's Resident Evil.
Oh my God, you're going to get a lot of people.
Evil Dead's kind of cool too. Got to give it that. But
there's a lot of Evil Dead fans out there.
Resident Evil. I saw you naked.
Wait, she was naked in that?
I saw.
Okay, for a second, you see like
it was
boobs
for a second.
Wow.
And then I saw it on I guess regular TV. and like I'm waiting for that part to come, and they cut it out.
It's
damn
kind
it!
of like seeing like the TV version of Scarface.
Yeah,
he's like, this city is a chicken, just waiting to be plucked.
We did a whole thing on our show about that. The TV edits.
Wonderful! I can watch the TV edit over.
Oh, you like that?
I love it. Are you kidding? Wonderful.
They put in scenes that were deleted because they're so violent. So they'll put in scenes that never made the real movie, like the scenes that are now on the DVD. These awful scenes that meant nothing.
Yeah, the cutting room floor scene.
Yeah,
that are meant to be there.
Driving and looking for an address.
Right.
Well, I've never heard, beep that, replaced with not that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was kind of real too.
Some of them, they really reach.
Some not a Scarface thing. It's very kind of sophisticated. Not that.
Now, I guess
you're Scarface.
I guess these days they do two versions sometimes and have the actor actually doing a clean version.
That was so genius. The things they pulled out the box for that, like no one does today.
Yeah.
I mean, a chicken waiting to be plucked? That's genius.
Someone got paid to think of that and come up with it.
That stuff.
And they were in a room going, oh, good one, good one. I didn't think we were going to get one for that.
That's kind of like a cool hobby to like find like all the TV versions, like the funniest TV versions of like the most violent movies, because I think those are kind of amazing. Like you have these limits and you got to do your best with them,
Yeah.
So you're like a chicken waiting to be plucked. Wonderful. I got it.
You ever see your own dialogue replaced on TV or something and kind of laugh like, that doesn't even sound like me?
Well, those things are really funny. I mean, every time I have to do a TV version, we're always kind of like trying to think of like, what can you possibly say? Of course, I hadn't seen Scarface, the TV version at that point. So, we were just doing like flickety flock and like, oh, dit or something, and they're like, no, that sounds too much like.
It sounds too much like the bad word.
Hey, I got it.
The T word.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can say that on the radio.
Tit. Tit.
Oh.
Let me fill you in on something.
You're in the world
Mila.
of satellite.
Let me fill you in on a little something, Mila.
The world of satellite radio.
Are we actually on the air right now?
Yes. Completely on the air.
Know what's funny about that? So many guests will ask that exact question. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We will have 10, 15-minute conversations, and people go, so when are we going to go on the air?
I know. Thank God my mom's not watching. She's like, you're on the radio, and all you can think to say is a chicken waiting to be plucked.
I hate to tell you, it doesn't get much better than this. So enjoy your time.
And if your mom's watching the radio, you might want to have a little talk to her.
That's true. It's kind of early. I still haven't gotten through my coffee yet. So.
Are you generally maybe a potty mouth in regular life, or do you?
Well, look, as I fiddle with the pen.
You might not want to touch any of those pens.
Yeah, we don't know. People chew on them.
Pluck that, man.
Ooh, she told you. I want her to curse.
Listen,
give us a curse. Give us a curse.
No, I can't.
You do it in movies.
Listen, I might do it just by accident anyway, so I just should try and control.
Is that what happened, though, when you're out and about? You kind of just pepper it in?
Pluck this, pluck that, pluck you, pluck everything.
She's having a good time.
She's got some very lucrative deals she doesn't want to screw up, is what she's talking about.
She shouldn't be on this show.
I see her. What makeup spots are you on?
L'Oreal.
Yeah, L'Oreal.
Yes.
And she comes out with her big eyes, big blue eyes.
Pluck that.
L'Oreal. You started out as a model?
My mom was an actress in Russia when I was growing up back in the 70s, and so I started acting.
Saw her on TV?
I was like 9.
Back then?
Actually, not on TV because, in the 70s, TVs were a little harder to come by. But on the big screen, I would go with my mom and see her like doing ADR for movies and stuff. So kind of followed in her footsteps. So I started when I was 9 acting and then fell into modeling when I was
the weirdest
11.
part of that whole answer was that TVs were hard to come by. We just can't.
Well, it was Russia.
No, I know. As an American, you just can't understand that you would actually grow up without a TV.
Well, I mean, I guess by the 70s, everyone had TVs in America. Not that way in the motherland.
So how would you watch? But how would you watch TV? What, just one family member somewhere would have it, or?
Well, no, we had a TV,
right?
But
yeah, I mean, if your mom's
doing
movies,
1%,
that's like
one kind of.
So everyone came over to your house to watch the TV.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Was there American TV back then? Like any shows making?
Oh, you're joking. There was hardly Americans in Russia.
They didn't
before,
like anything back then.
No, but I understand.
We go over Mila's house. They have toilet paper and blue jeans.
I'm talking on the black market. Maybe you get a VHS of Dallas or something shipped over. I don't know. Jesus.
Back then, they didn't want any Western stuff being beamed in.
But it was still being.
It was all just like,
you gotta think
everything wonderful here today. Sky is blue. Government loves you. That was pretty much all they wanted the people knowing back then.
This is like the most awful thing is that it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so not funny.
And then like a Western information stuff started encroaching on. And that's when everybody said, I'm leaving. I could drive a cab and make some money. Pluck this chicken. Yeah.
God.
So when did you make your way here?
Yeah, when did you escape?
Well, we did actually. We came over and never went back.
Did you? You left when it was still communist?
I'm still here.
There's somebody still at the house, like some KGB agent waiting. Where is Mila? She said she was going out to get me blue jeans.
What the she found out? What the hell's in her Starbucks, man?
Oh my God!
This guy's been waiting 20 years.
Listen, the craziest thing is that you're not too far off the truth.
What did you have to? You actually like fled? Are you one of those people that had to go into a wall?
My mom had to meet with KGB members.
Really?
Literally like 3 times before she married my dad. And she had to get interviewed like, so why are you marrying a foreigner?
Wow.
And foreigner, he's Yugoslavian. Like, Americans don't even think of that as a different nationality. Do you know what I mean? But in Russia, she had to get interviewed. And then, but the person was really cool because he had a daughter my mom's age. And he would have wanted her to do the same thing, kind of thing. So he was sort of, just going by the page, but he let her go. Yeah.
Never heard of those. Wow. They
I
never
know,
show those
right? That's like a movie
in the movies.
Right there.
Never saw that in the movie. The cool KGB agent. You can go. I don't know. I saw you swallow some microfilm, but pluck that chicken. You go.
You're losing her mind. I love it. She's all right, man. You're all right. Check her coffee.
God,
I'm telling you, something's in that coffee.
All this racist humor is so
Hey, where's Danny? Danny's
totally putting down my country.
We got
It's so funny. I can't. No,
one of our
it's
guys.
True though. It's so awful.
One of our guys is a huge fan of yours.
One.
What is that
Silence.
noise?
Where is he?
You hear that noise? What the hell is that? Well, he's coming in to ask you a question. But...
Yeah, he's going to be all nervous and everything. Probably all sweaty, ew.
Nice. I can't wait to meet him.
Hi, Danny.
Sounds great.
This
there
is Danny.
You go, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hello, I heard Nathaniel sold me down the river. Nathaniel sold me out today.
Why don't you tell her about you and your mom?
No, I don't think we're going to do that today.
No. Danny likes to drink with his mom, and then, I don't know. Then say stuff maybe he shouldn't be saying.
Inappropriate stuff on camera. It was really, So you're a big fan?
I am a huge fan. Absolutely.
Favorite movie?
Got to be Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Gotta be Fifth Element.
That one is really good.
Thank you very
much. And you have a question?
I do?
Do you? Go ahead.
I don't
Conduct
know,
an interview.
Something about the fake language?
Well, I heard that in the Fifth Element, that fake language got so intense that you could actually hold a conversation with the director.
Yeah. Well, the director and I, would be able to, write back and forth, I'd be able to ask him questions, in the language, and if I was missing a word, I'd just, give him a list of vocabulary that I needed for my next letter, and he would sort of give it back to me, and I would incorporate it, try to incorporate it into my everyday life.
Almost as geeky as people speaking Klingon.
Listen, no, it's true. It's true. I get pretty geeky when it comes to, research and getting prepared for things. I love it. I love reading and being on the computer. My really amazing night for me is putting music on the computer for hours. And
is that what you do?
Yeah. Have fun. I had such a great time last night. I put all this jams on my computer.
That's a pretty tough thing to do with your computer.
No. With GarageBand, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Mac.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. And I have Logic.
All the artistic people have Macs.
What, do you have an IBM?
I have both.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm divided. Well, I gotta play games. You know, I gotta play my games. So you need a Windows computer to play the games and stuff.
Yeah,
you ever play some of the video games? You like that?
Well, you know, I'm
play
not
yourself in one of them.
No, not yet. Not yet. They still have to come out with the Alice video game, but you know, my brother really loves like all the violent video games. I'm more of a strategic.
Who doesn't? Oh, you like the strategy game?
Yeah, I like the strategy. So I would like build up the towns and the reserves, and then he would go out and conquer. You know, so it'd just be like the administrative part, and
that's
he would
a good idea, actually.
get the glory.
Right.
Some people are really good at those games where you got to build up a civilization.
Yeah, I love
and some people are good at building the civilization and keeping the economy going and keeping the trains running on time.
Well, SimCity, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've got it under control. My budget is great.
Don't you hate the fires though in that? Like every 2 seconds, something's catching on fire.
Well, you got to create water towers, dude.
Is that what it is?
Well, they don't
See, I'm
have
terrible.
Water, man.
No schools for me, no anything. I rule with an iron fist. Everyone gets all pissed. No, unlike the old Soviet Union, pretty much, is the way I run things. And people do the same thing. They leave. I got a barren wasteland, and everybody's going to greener pastures on some other person's game. They're on Mila's. They're going.
No, it's great. She's a huge movie star. She's excited when her budget's okay in the video game. Look, I got a surplus. It's like all these scripts are piling up. Screw that.
Oh,
I gotta feed my people.
It's so true.
I gotta
Don't
feed them.
even.
Oh, really? You're shirking your responsibilities?
Well, a bit. It's been kind of crazy busy and stuff, so sometimes, you know, I'll just go into SimWorld.
Let's say hi to Lisa in Montreal.
Perfect world.
Lisa, what's up?
Hi, good morning.
Oh, my God. Hi, Lisa. I'm so sorry for making a fool of myself. Judy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Well, I didn't hear you
Jimmy,
said
I was
hi,
like,
sweetheart. How are you?
I'm
Mila.
Listen, I wanted to say, Mila, I love you so much in The Fifth Element.
Thank you.
So obsessed with the movie, I even have the tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. It looks really good, actually.
Thank you.
That's about all. Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh, awesome. Can you send a picture of yourself to my website, MilaJ.com?
Yes, I can. Actually, I'm on MySpace,
awesome.
so I'll send you my MySpace.
Yeah, let's go to the website.
Oh, on MySpace?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You got a MySpace?
Bye. Yeah.
You do?
Well, you know, just started out, and I have a clothing line with my really close friend Carmen Hawk. It's
got
called
that
Jovovich
Fifth Element outfit on your clothing line?
No, it's called Jovovich Hawk. Oh, well, I've got it underneath my sweater.
Uh-oh, she's
here we go.
What the hell's going on here?
Nice.
Hey,
like
look at that. Very nice.
and-
Yes.
And things like that.
Look at you branching out.
There you go.
Diversifying.
Yeah, so yeah, we've been doing a little bit more conservative than Lilu, but you know, just as cool.
Let's say hi to Brian in Nevada. Brian, what's up?
Hey, Hope.
Hi, Brian.
Mila, I love your movies. I particularly loved you in the Messenger. I thought you just were extremely good at that. Is there going to be any more Resident movies coming out?
Well, we start filming number 3 in May, so.
Oh, I think you're just awesome, and you managed to pull off every single character you portray.
Oh, thank you so much, Brian. Thank you.
Okay, and Aunt, please unban Tugboat Bry. He didn't mean to get you on your bad side.
All right, I'll unban him.
All right, we'll deal with that in a little while. Fuzzy from Whackbag. What's up, Fuzzy?
I ban people occasionally from
I can't
certain
believe
sites.
I got Lilu Dallas and my two favorite boys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Mila's great, man.
And we're getting along. This is
fun.
crazy.
We are getting along. She seems to be extremely happy to be there. Which is
I'm having a great time.
I go right to 6th grade mentality when a pretty girl comes in. I sit there and like I keep my head down. Yes, yeah. I get all but you're very fun.
6th grade too.
I know. It's like yeah, you're 6th grade too. Isn't it great to be immature?
We're doing great. I'm ready to look at her and ask what kind of ice cream she likes.
We finally admitted it too, because we had so many hot girls coming through here, and we just can't talk to the hot ones.
Really? What do you guys do?
It's so awkward.
But as soon as we finally admitted it to all our listeners, it's gotten a lot easier.
Suddenly you're multiple pounding going on. Oh, hi, Christina. Oh.
What's your motivation?
Let's go to, all right, Fuzzy, you got a question?
Yeah, I just want
We only
to
got a
let her
couple
know
more
that
minutes with her.
My wife and I absolutely adore her.
Oh,
because
thank
she's just
you.
beautiful, elegant. Yeah, well, I'm all about you. Just want to let you know we're going to name our first girl after you. You're the best.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Don't take this interview as an example of my normal sophistication levels.
You're multifaceted.
Hey, you got a question though, Fuzzy, or no?
No, I'm all set. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you, Fuzzy.
Right,
Thanks, guys.
I think we have time for one more call, and we got to let her go. Kent, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Mila?
What's up, Ken? How's it going? Good, thank you.
Wow, that guy totally took my question about Resident Evil, but I was wondering who's attached to direct?
This guy named Peter Mahoney.
Okay, cool.
And he's really wonderful. He's a British director, and he's really great. He's going to do a good job, and Paul Anderson's going to be producing it too and stuff.
Those movies end really well for sequels, by the way. When that first one ended, and you just come out in the street and everything is just
Well, it's cool because
destroyed.
You know, the world in the video game doesn't really end; it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So it's like every movie gets harder and harder, like a video game.
You must have to work out a bit before those roles because it seems like you really get your ass kicked.
Well, yeah, you know, I definitely train a lot for these.
Sim training or real training?
Well, unfortunately, wouldn't that be
work out on the
great if
computer?
like my sim could do it for me? That would be so wonderful, and get points too. Because my problem in Sim World is that I just make them work so hard because I'm the perfect. I like don't be perfect, and they always have to be cancers because that's like really middle of the road. You know, they're just clean enough, just nice enough, just good enough personality.
Yeah,
and then they take over. The middlemen take over.
Got to figure that out.
Well, no, because and then my game is always like, ooh, all no play makes Angie like a really horrible girl.
Yeah, and then you got to give them things to do.
A's and stuff,
but they're
she
doing
doesn't
well.
Play enough.
They're emotionally
kind of
screwed up, but they're doing well and
they're
keeping
excelling.
the budget.
They are
right.
excelling, man.
All right, we're getting the wrap
I
up.
know you're on a whirlwind tour here, and you got to go.
Well,
but thank you so much for coming in. You were great.
Promoting anything today?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. You guys, we almost maybe forgot. Ultraviolet, my new movie. It's awesome. It's crazy. It's just ill. Craziest stunts ever that I've ever done. And it comes out March 3rd. So.
March 3rd.
Yeah, please.
Ultraviolet.
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah,
thank you so much, man. You're great.
Thanks,
we had a lot of fun with you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
We'll continue in just a bit. Get us out of here, Derek. I hate to admit it, but I think we're growing up a little bit.
Ew.
Boys are growing up just a little bit. See what happens when you're nice to guests? You get bigger and better guests.
See, this is
should have learned this lesson years ago.
I know. Here's the pattern I've been noticing. We've had guests come in. We're treating them nicely. They are having a really good time, and we're having a really good time, and apparently the listeners are enjoying it.
Yeah, so we get good radio out of it, which is the most important thing.
So then after that, they bring another good guest.
Right.
And if the same thing happens, it happens again. Why didn't we see this for 10 years, Opie?
I don't know.
Why did we have a guest come in, berate them, treat them like shit, spit on them, chase them out, and wonder why we couldn't get another guest?
And slam the door and stay out.
And stay out.
And then we would laugh and laugh and laugh. And
because it was funny.
And then for weeks we'd like, hey, here's our celebrity guest phone. No one would come by.
Screech is stopping by.
Right.
And Steve the Whistler.
Yeah, great. And Kathy Griffin. There's a big get.
Great.
I got to take my Anthony. You just amaze me when you pull these off. It's like you're able to talk. I'm a speechless, fucking worthless nothing. We all know that. Just sit there. All I'm thinking, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. You can talk to anybody. It's amazing to watch.
Thank you, Jim.
And be funny and interesting. I can't.
Ant's doing the driving.
It's amazing to watch.
Ant's doing the driving, and I got the map out.
Jimmy,
I got the map out. We got to take a right here. Right now, go!
But I'm curled up in the backseat car sick.
I
know. Growing up with a face full of acne and the afro I had, I better have been able to talk.
Dude, but it's amazing
so
how
I was never getting laid.
Even Ozzy, who I know everything about, I couldn't talk to, and her I know nothing about, I couldn't talk to, and you, with anybody, can just be interesting.
Thank you, Jimmy.
It was great to watch, man.
That was a lot of fun, and I think back to the old days when these guests would come in and they're happy to be here. Mm-hmm. They've done nothing wrong to us, and we just kill them. We just kill them for no reason.
Why?
and it makes for fun radio, and everyone gets on the message boards afterwards and said, "Oh, that was hilarious."
Yeah.
And then we have to pay for that for like a year.
Yeah. Now,
I like the new approach. I got to be honest.
Because their people are with them, so they see it. And then they talk to their people when they leave, and they had a good time.
No, it was cool.
And more people come in.
She came in. The Pal Talk people saw this. She came in. All the publicists came marching in, and managers. She had how many people with her? 5 or 6?
5 people, yeah.
5 people with her, just following her around. And most of them piled into the studio because we do have a bad reputation.
We have an awful reputation.
And that's when I said, the publicist. And she was cool. She kind of waved them off.
Yeah.
Waved them off, and it was a great 15, 20 minutes. I really enjoyed my time with her.
One false move, and they would have just ripped her out of here, and goodbye.
Right.
Made some phone calls, and we'd have been back to
see. And I don't want to
screech.
I don't want to confuse the issue. If someone comes in and they're just a raging ass, no problem. We'll rip their heads off.
Hey, it happens.
No fucking problem. But I guess what we're trying to get away from is just ripping off people's heads that we probably would have been friends with.
The right off the bat bashing seems to have done badly for us, so we're trying to stay away from that.
I'd rather have someone like her where all of a sudden she's having so much fun she actually fell out of her chair and was on the floor. We got video that'll be up on opieanthony.com later today.
That was very, very cool.
And we got our pictures taken with her.
I got a photo with her, and I'm looking at it, and I smiled, and I tried to be nice, and I'm looking at her, like she's obviously very tired, she just woke up.
Yeah.
And it is amazing what genetics are. I mean, just to stand there and look powerful and beautiful, and I'm a grown man who makes my living in front of people, and I'm a slumped fat pig.
I say this from time to time. I discovered this when I first went down to South Beach. There are people out there that just make you feel like a genetic disaster. She makes you feel like a genetic disaster.
Yeah, what idiots are we to take pictures next to her?
I didn't even put...
let's put us next to her and...
It's like taking dog shit and throwing it in a Lamborghini. All right, get a shot.
You'll see my picture later. I have a hoodie on, and I just put my hands in my pocket. I didn't even try. I'm like, hey, just take this picture. I'm not even going to attempt to try to look good.
You just kind of leaned in like, look, we all know I'm not fucking her. All right, click. I put my arm around her. Hi. Ugh, I don't say a word during the interview, little fat-faced coward. Just sit here. Go ahead, guys. Do the heavy lifting. I'll pick up a check, too.
Let's say hi to Dan in Philly. Dan, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Just want to compliment the guests you guys are getting. The quality is definitely going up, and I think Mila was good, but I think Kevin Smith yesterday was just unbelievable.
It was amazing.
It was
4
great.
hours.
Kevin Smith gave us 4 hours of great radio yesterday. We're thinking about rerunning that Kevin Smith show over the weekend, by the way. And then she was great today, and she's not going to do Howie. Kevin Smith's not going to do Howie. The gold medalist isn't going to do Howie. So we're on a nice roll.
Good job, guys. Punching out.
All right, let's say hi to Chris in North Carolina. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Man, she gave us energy, too. We're all just like, What's up, Chris?
You there?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Hey, I wanted to agree with you in the thing about your Anthony, especially as far as an interviewer. I mean, you guys, the one thing I love about you guys is you're all honest. I mean, you might be a little flaky, but you're very honest.
But Anthony, a little honesty out of you.
You definitely have the ability as an interviewer that really a lot of professional talking heads on television should really look to. I mean,
Oh, look at that. My second career after we got fired again.
But I'm saying Ant's ability also is not just to be a good interviewer, but he can talk to people that, like, I mean, Hurry knew something about, but he can talk to people that he's not a massive fan of. He just has a great ability in an interview to be interesting and talk about video games and things like that, which is just, I sit here with my stupid mouth open watching it.
I'm getting all embarrassed, Jimmy. Ooh, you're making me all flushed.
It is fun to watch Jimmy in these
Anthony's
situations. I gotta be honest with you, Jimmy.
I'm awful.
I mean, in front of 2,000-3,000 people, Jimmy's the fucking man, and all it takes is all it takes is a hot actress to sit down, and you're 8 years old again.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's unbelievable.
Little Jimmy Norton.
No, it would be great the next time we have someone of her caliber in here. Someone has to just film Jimmy. Just film him through the whole process. All right, Chris. Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Were you done? I'm sorry, Chris. We're barely listening.
I know.
Go ahead, buddy. Say it again.
Huh?
The one thing I also wanted to say was that Anthony's so well-rounded. You know, he knows a little bit about everything.
Yeah, we know. We have to live with it.
Yeah,
I know. You
thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, we get it.
So well from people from G. Gordon Liddy all the way to Kevin Smith, and then one other thing, Jimmy.
No, sir.
No, that's not.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, you tried.
Yeah, Anthony may be well-rounded. Let's see Anthony jerk off on Craigslist till 2:30 in the morning and still make it in here by 7.
We all have our talents.
That's right.
And that is not one of mine.
Let's go to Al the trucker. Al.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Al.
Hey, yesterday you guys touched on that stupid top 100 radio shows or radio personalities.
Yeah.
With everything going on yesterday, which was a great show, you never got to tell us where you guys fit in that.
Oh, in the top 100? Okay.
All right, we got the list. We'll continue with that now.
Right.
I'm not even kidding. We'll continue with that now.
By the way, say hi to the people that I met on the message board, View Askew message board. It's Kevin Smith's message board. Went over there. Saw that some people, a lot of people really enjoyed the interview with Kevin. A couple of people, though, they got some people over there don't particularly enjoy the Opie and Anthony program.
No.
And were bashing us, Stern fans, saying that we stink and stuff like that. And
we're imitators, probably.
Yeah, and that Kevin is good friends. They were saying, a couple of people, Kevin's good friends with Howard, and he's been on Howard a lot, and they have a great friendship or something like that. And Kevin came on and posted to clear up a little, I guess, something that happened. Howard was caught in a little lie. He was caught in a little lie.
Howard lying?
Kevin Smith. Yeah, he would call up, or he would get on the air, and Howard would say that Kevin Smith keeps calling, asking to be on the air. Remember the same thing he said about Jay Moore?
Yeah, which was
stop
a lie.
calling my show. Like all these people that have great careers are calling him to try to get on the show. And so he said Kevin had been calling, trying to get on his show. And Kevin's like, that was a lie, never happened, and he won't do that show again. And he said, by the way, I had a great time on the Opie and Anthony show. He goes, the guys over there are a lot of fun. And he enjoyed himself here yesterday.
Very good.
And it shut the you know how when message boards, you know when somebody posts on a message board that other people admire, all the jibber jabber stops. After that, there wasn't one more negative post.
No more jibber jabber?
It was all, hey, Kevin, you sounded great on O&A.
Yeah, exactly.
I love O&A. They're great. Because they know they'll get the Kevin boot.
The good old Kevin boot.
The Kevin boot up your ass.
Did he write about me?
No.
Hey, I want Ben to get Michael Harrison on the old phone today.
On the horn, Ope.
Uh-oh.
Michael Harrison from
the blower, I like to call it.
From Talkers Magazine. Because quite frankly, this is just ridiculous. I know we piss off a lot of people in the business.
A lot, Opie.
And maybe this is payback, which is fine, but I would like the guy to come on our show and admit that it's some kind of payback. Because Talkers Magazine is a industry rag that's pretty big out there.
Yeah,
for all the radio geeks. So, yeah, for all the radio geeks, and they have their list of the top 100 talkers in America. Top 100 talk shows in America.
I didn't even know there were 100.
That's what I'm getting at.
Ron Owens is up there.
Oh well, he should be.
Spike O'Dell.
Yeah, okay. Give me someone I don't know.
Well, Spike O'Dell. Let me just read you this.
Oh,
this is what you're up against, though. I should say we're in this together.
Yeah.
Huge numbers in morning drive at one of America's heritage signals.
Great. We're heard all over America, and we're heard in Canada now.
Now, you might ask, well, it's satellite. Perhaps they're not addressing satellite radio.
Well, they threw Howard in the number one spot. Okay, they threw Howard Stern in the number one spot.
But even that you can justify.
And Bob Edwards is in here, too.
I know. We'll get to that. Okay. I just want to get to the... we got to mention the Daily News today about this. This is how big this Talkers Magazine top 100 list is.
Ooh.
And Michael Harrison, I guess he's one of the guys that threw the list together. We're already getting the flowers and the curses, says editor Michael Harrison. The criteria, for inclusion, according to the magazine, include courage.
What? Courage?
We have courage. Effort. We have effort.
Effort? I get up every morning.
Impact. We have an impact on our listeners. People are getting laid because of our show.
Damn it.
Oh. Longevity? We have longevity.
82 years in the business for me. 82 years.
We have longevity. Anthony and I have been at it 11 to 12 years, so we had to take about 3 of those years off. But
yeah, but it's not like we've been in it 5.
Right. Longevity, potential.
There's great potential here.
That's right. Ratings, recognition, service, talent, and uniqueness. I think we fit a lot of that criteria.
Yeah, but the bottom line is you attacked commercial radio, and that pissed a lot of people off. It's the attacks on commercial radio.
That's fine. If that's the case, then come on our show and admit it, Michael Harrison. Michael Harrison, I got to tell you, I pay attention. The guy has said nice things about us in the past. And when we got in trouble, they interviewed him on TV. When we were coming back to satellite, they interviewed him on TV. I would quote it in a bunch of papers.
Based on that criteria, it could be subjective where you can say certain things about the show that don't fit the criteria. It wouldn't be true, but you could say it. Mm-hmm. But reading the list, there are shows here that I don't think would fit that criteria.
No. So we did the top 30-something yesterday, but in case you missed it, we'll do the top 10 according to Talkers Magazine. It's Howie in first, Rush Limbaugh in second, Sean Hannity in third, Michael Savage in fourth, Dr. Laura Schlesinger in fifth, Don Imus, our pal, in sixth, Laura Ingraham seventh, Mike Gallagher eighth, Neil Bortz, who's just an asshole.
Yeah,
he had no problem trashing us when we fucked up, and he didn't know about us. And 10th is Randy Rhodes, who is one of the hosts on Air America. We did a lot of the list yesterday. We're going to continue with the list here. And then here we go. This is in the Daily News article about the list, right?
Yeah.
Also, for the first time, Talkers listed 150 other hosts who didn't make the top 100.
Yeah.
And then they point us out. We're the only ones they point out. Fans of Opie and Anthony on XM, for instance, may be surprised to find they are only in that second group. We get more reaction to this list than anything else we do, says Harrison. So they list like then 150 other hosts, but not in an order. Mm-hmm. But we didn't make the top 100 is what we're getting at here.
No.
And then I was reading email and people were like, well, the reason you're not in the top 100 is, and they have all these stupid fucking excuses.
Ladies and gentlemen, angry typing guy.
Well, all right, well, how about...
You're missing the point is what I'm saying to these assholes out there. Whether you like or hate the show, we should be in the top 100.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Okay? I'm not even going to say, well, we should be first, we should be second, we should be in the top 10. I'm just saying we should be in the top 100.
Chip
That's the point
Franklin.
I'm making today. So for you to say, well, the reason is, shut the fuck up. You know that I had a talk with Washington yesterday? Because people are like, you know why our phone...
Did they say,
Well, because I'm a little excited.
Talking with Frankenstein yesterday.
I'm a little excited today.
Yeah.
You know why the phones blow up? You know all of a sudden how, like, the phones, like, we have them all on hold, people ready to talk, and then...
And you'll hear a little pop, and they'll all be gone.
You hear the faithful listeners know what I'm talking about, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, the phones just went out? You know why that's happening a lot in the last month or so? Why? There are so many people calling our show that the system cannot handle it. They have to build a whole new phone system. They didn't expect this.
That is bittersweet, isn't it?
Because they couldn't figure it out.
Lemon's lemonade.
They couldn't figure it out at first, so they got down and really did a lot of research, and they realized the system they have in place they thought was good enough for our show. It's not good enough for our show. Too many people are calling this program, and the phone system cannot handle it. Mm. So we're having a major impact and growing by leaps and bounds here.
Dude, you're no Fred Hansberger. You're no Fred Hansberger.
All right, hold on. So we're going to move on with... Where do we leave off?
30s.
Who remembers?
Well, John and Ken.
We did Tom Likas, right?
We did Lionel.
We did, all right, so let's start with 35.
Here we are, 35.
If you want to know 1 through 35, then I don't know.
Oh, what's this guy's name again, by the way, from Talker Magazine? It's Michael Harrison at Talker Magazine.
Talkers
Magazine.
It's not just one guy. They're talkers.
Maybe somebody out there knows Michael and can call him and get him on the phone. If any of the fans might know, maybe you're friends with this guy. Can ask him.
I'm not going to beat him up. I want to ask him why.
Yeah, let's get him on the air.
Supposedly his office doesn't open till 9, but we're going to try to get him on.
Ask him why we didn't fit
So the heavy 100, in 35th place is Bev Smith. The leader in urban issues talk radio. Syndicated in more than 25 markets.
Would that be 26? Why don't they say how many markets she's syndicated in? Why are they saying more than 25?
More than 25,
I see what you're saying.
Right.
Why don't they just list how many?
36 is Mike and the Mad Dog here in New York City.
Mike and the Mad Dog on a fan, the fathers of contemporary sports talk radio for over 15 years as ratings and revenue leaders in New York City there, Mike.
Then you got Neil Rogers.
Dog.
Neil Rogers is a talk show host out of Miami. He's in 37th place. Then you got Roger Hedgecock.
All right, just for the name.
All right.
I give this. I pardon you.
Who the fuck is Roger Hedgecock, and why is he on the list and we're not?
Turn the TV off. Roger Hedgecock is talking.
Hedgecock.
Then you got Jerry Doyle in 39th place. Politically independent generalist and colorful character with more than 2.5 million weekly listeners.
From Central Point, Oregon.
Then you got Tony Snow from Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got our pal G. Gordon Liddy.
G. Gordon Liddy, who I think should be in the top 100.
He's in 41st place. Then you got Lars Larson.
What?
Lars Larson. Larry Elder.
Stephanie Miller, who used to work with Brother Weeds, very, very talented talk show host.
Oh, yeah?
I got to tell you. She used to be known as Sister Sleaze back in the day. 45th place, Howie Carr.
See, I'd have put
Howie Carr's on this list!
But I can understand that because I've heard of Howie Carr.
Fuck Howie Carr. He's a talk show host in Boston. I once listened to him do a whole segment on what was your favorite fucking ice cream.
Yeah, but wasn't it us who did a segment on him doing a segment on your favorite ice cream?
No, but I actually heard him doing it.
I know. It was hysterical.
He just took calls from people, telling them their favorite ice cream.
Yeah, Howie?
Yeah, you're on the air. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio. I like pistachio.
I like that pistachio, too.
See, I like more of a creamy ice cream. I don't like nuts being in it.
That's what it was for a half hour. Howie fucking Carr. Then you got Mike and Mike, ESPN Radio. Phil Hendry, who's pretty talented. He's in 47th place.
Wow, what is 48?
The fucking Satellite Sisters made the list and we didn't.
5 holes on one show?
5 holes in one.
You ought to call that show Swiss Cheese.
A unique slant on issues and relationships with Dolan's sisters, Julie, Liz, Sheila, Monica, and Leanne.
A unique slit on issues.
A unique slant. Is it unique?
What's unique about it? What's unique about it?
Do you ladies get a little saucy with your talk?
Oh, dare to dream.
5 kvetching hens.
Is one the whore on the show? Ugh.
Yeah. It's like Sex and the City on the radio.
I guarantee they all go, you're like Samantha.
Well,
an old whore?
Right.
Well, Dolores called me. She's saucy.
Speaking of holes... My hole was worked over last night by a stockbroker. I'm stealing my brother's impression, but the fucker won't leave his house to do it, so I gotta do it.
That is hysterical. I heard about that.
My brother does the best Samantha impression from fucking Sex and the City, where everything has to go back to sex.
Everything. That old slut. That old fucked out whore.
You got Sarah Jessica Parker going, I had a hard day today. Speaking of hard,
the plumber came by.
And he gave me something hard all night long. Ugh. Shut up.
You want to take a seat, Samantha? I can't sit all day.
I was sitting on a hard cock all night long. I was doing backward cowgirl. Ugh.
Had some sex last night, and just put it this way, I was staring at the pillow.
Right.
I won't be sitting for a week. Oh, I get it, Samantha. You got fucked in the ass. Fantastic.
Speaking of biting, what do you mean speaking of biting? No one even brought that up. I know, but I was biting the pillow last night. I watched that fucking Sex and the City to get annoyed. Oof. I've said this on the show, and I can't find anyone else that does this with TV. I watch shows that piss me off, and I love getting pissed off.
Yeah,
and
you like getting annoyed.
The other fucking one I hate is that Lisa Loeb show on VH1.
Never
Number
saw
one
it.
single.
Never.
Holy crap, what horse shit.
Never.
She's a 37-year-old ex-pop star moving back to New York to find a husband and be famous again.
Ooh.
Is it a reality show? Or
yes!
Is it...
And she's got these girlfriends that walk around like they're the Sex and the City cast.
Yuck.
One's her sister and one's like a real-life Samantha.
Oh.
They actually did a scene where she's in some coffee shop in Soho, and her friend was wearing a hat that was so big and ridiculous and fuzzy. I'm like, this is...
A big hat!
This has to be a joke. But no, I'm sure it's some kind of stupid fashion statement.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall and listen to what the Satellite Sisters are talking about.
When they get gabbing.
Oh, you don't want to be on their bad side?
Oh, you wouldn't want to be a fly on my wall last night. I gotta tell you.
With all the jism on my walls,
right.
They would just stick there like flypaper.
Fucking, we get it.
The Satellite Sisters.
Satellite
Has anybody
Sisters.
heard of them?
Honestly, I think I've heard the name.
I get it.
Then in 49th place is Dennis Prager.
And anybody wondering, yes, we are bitter.
A leading moralist and intellectual in the issues talk industry.
Looks like a moralist.
Yeah.
Michael Harrison.
Which, by the way, is the same look as a kid toucher.
Michael Harrison, explain why Dennis Prager's on the list and we're not, please.
He will not come on the show, or he'll have some smug answer.
None of these guys, get national. A lot of these guys don't get national attention. We're in a ton of articles. We're making a. In the end, we don't really care. We just want to know why.
Number 52 will explain exactly why, but you don't want to deal with that. You guys will jump right over it. You don't want to face that.
All right, let's move on. 50 is Neil Conan. Oh, by the way, we're going right to 100. So if you think this is boring, go to Deep Track.
That's
go to
right.
fucking Audio Visions.
Tune to another channel.
Neil Conan hosts NPR's premier afternoon issue talk show, Talk of the Nation. Then you got Doug
McIntyre.
I can't even pronounce some of the guys on this list.
It looks like McIntyre, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's wacky McIntyre name.
It's Doug McIntyre.
It's McIntyre.
And number 52, you guys want to deal with some competition? Go ahead. Jump over it.
Now, this guy should be way up on the list.
Holy shit.
Number 52.
See, they describe each show. Holy crap, I'm going to puke. It's Rusty Humphreys, everybody.
Rusty Humphreys. That's kind of like a rusty trombone, but you've heard of a rusty trombone.
I'm giving her the old Rusty Humphreys.
That's right. That's when she licks your ass, jerks you off, and then you're both so bored you fall asleep.
Speaking of Rusty Humphreys, I had the rusty trombone last night. He fucked me in the ass, and then I gave him a blowjob.
Oh.
That's when you get. Right.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
but no, I punched out. I didn't say punching out, but I went.
It was 3 times there, Porky Pig.
That was my internal mechanism while Mila was sitting here.
Hey, before we get back to Rusty Humphreys,
let's make sure we do.
I need water really bad, by the way. Can I say hi to Frank in Kentucky? Frank?
Yeah.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah, you guys had the Satellite Sisters on your show, man.
We did?
Did we?
Yeah.
Wow, that was memorable.
They were walking by, man.
What?
Yeah, I had to call you out on that shit, man.
Wait, we never had them on our show.
When did we have them on? Seriously?
Oh, shit, a few weeks ago, man. A few weeks back I heard you guys.
You mean the chicks in D.C.?
Yeah, man.
That's not the Satellite Sisters.
No, that's a show that XM's doing that is trying to imitate this.
You dickhead.
Yeah, broad-minded. Thank you, Derek. By the way, the picture...
I'm banning someone in lieu of him.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to Pal Talk and banning an anonymous person because he screwed up.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, I pardon you.
Don't do it, you crazy fuck.
He really is a kook.
Love wielding power.
I know you do.
I have none.
We also noticed that...
Yes? What happened?
It's all right, Derek. Honestly, I'll be totally honest with Derek right now.
Uh-oh.
And I don't wanna.
Here we go.
I was gonna like do a one-liner about Anthony, and I knew it was gonna suck so fucking bad, and you just saved me by talking in my ear so I could stop and go, "What, Derek?" Thank you, Derek.
What was the line?
Thank you. I'm not even going to say.
Why?
Because it didn't make sense on any level.
Well, if you say it out, it's like if you speak it out after the fact in non-joke.
I'm trying to think of it because he was doing a goatee thing.
I was going to try to make a Hitler goatee joke where it's getting tighter and tighter. But yeah, exactly. What do you got, Derek?
You're all flustered. Ever since Rusty Humphreys came up, everybody's flustered.
Just seeing Rusty Humphreys at number 52 shook me up a bit too.
Oh, okay.
Where do you see his description, though? You guys want to play games?
I think that guy that was trying to... Remember the guy we saw recently using his testicles to bang the dildo into his asshole?
Yes. Yeah.
After you do that long enough, you'll get a big pair of Rusty Humphreys hanging down there. Because that seems to be something with the anus and testicles.
Speaking of testicles, let me tell you... You should have saw what was banging off my asshole. Hey, I think they're enjoying the Samantha impression. They're committing to it. I like it.
And even the promos for it are awful. Like on TBS, TBS presents Sex in the City. And the girls will talk, and I'll be left like with my jaw hitting the floor going, what did they just... I have no idea what that's all about.
Know what the best part of Sex in the City is? Sarah Jessica Parker is nowhere near hot.
No.
Or sexy.
No.
But they make her look like she's the hottest one on the show, right?
Yeah.
And the hippest one. So all of a sudden they'll be walking down some dumb street in New York City as a group. And Sarah Jessica Parker has a dress on that would be really, really nice, except for the fact that she has an 8-foot fucking flower hanging off her shoulder, because that's somehow fashionable.
Fashionable? That you don't know fashion.
Or all of a sudden, she has a really nice sundress on, whatever, but a huge fucking hat that doesn't make sense. Because we're too stupid to understand, right?
Sundress? I fucked my boyfriend's son the other night.
Hey, it's my impression.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Might have to steal it.
I don't have many impressions. Let me have the Samantha.
All right, I'll give you the Samantha.
Actually, it's my brother's. I can't even take credit for it. Dave in San Diego, what's up?
Hey, boys. Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, fella.
Oh.
Hey, just give it... Roger Hedgecock was the ex-corrupt mayor of San Diego. They threw him out of office.
Really?
Oh, really?
I promise a cock in every hedge. Mayor Hedgecock.
Let's go to Lori the trucker.
Pregnant Bush.
Lori, hurry up, because we got to get back to the list. We're up to Rusty Humphreys.
Okay, I'll talk really fast. The show you're describing is broad-minded. At least they try to be edgy.
Yeah.
But Satellite Sisters is also on XM. They're on that Take 5. And I'll just tell you what their Valentine's show was.
All right.
They had on two brothers. One guy wrote the book. He was stood up at the altar by his, soon-to-be wife, and he decided to take his brother on his honeymoon with him. And they went on a 1.5-year honeymoon together, two brothers, and that was their Valentine's Day show. So if that sounds interesting...
Hey, guys, we can't compete with that.
Yeah.
We should accept the fact that we're not in the top 100 with bits like that.
If anybody out there knows Michael Harrison from Talkers Magazine.
I think he would probably come on our show. Seriously, he's not one of these guys that would hide. He loves the attention. He loves being on TV.
Well, maybe you're right about he's not being one of these guys who would hide, but he's still inherently dishonest by what he did.
I absolutely agree. And, this gives fodder to the people that hate us. Like, look, you guys didn't even make the top 100.
They know.
But, I mean, come on. Some of the names on here, it's not even a question that we're better than.
Can I tell you something? It's better you didn't make the top 100 than showing up 88th. Simply because it's so obvious.
The list goes to 250, and we're somewhere in between 100 and 250.
No. Don't even tell us.
What I'm saying is, you understand what I mean? It's such an obvious reason. It's almost like if in The Godfather, if Cuckoo's Nest had been shut out of the Oscars. Oh, okay. We all know exactly what's going on.
Right.
Rusty Humphreys, here's the description. Multi-talented conservative talker, produces own parody songs.
Holy shit.
A conservative talk show that makes his own song parodies.
We gave up on parody songs years ago.
That's got to be hysterical.
That's what we need to do. We need more parody songs.
More parodies.
Fuck.
Wait till we get to the next one, though. This is when, other comedy duos come in, and, I can understand kind of why these guys are here and you're not.
Hey, 53 was...
Oh, boy.
Top 100 talkers in
Number
America.
53.
Oh, God, this show must be... how can they get so much shit... How can they evoke so much negative emotion from me by 2 lines of a description of a show? Bob and Sherry.
From WLNK.
Oh, my
Bob
God.
Lacey and Sherry Lynch, leaders in female-targeted talk.
Female-targeted talk. Look at the picture of Bob.
What a castrated...
I just love hanging out with the girls.
What a castrated faggot he must be on the air.
Of course.
And it says AM Drive in Charlotte, and now syndicated.
Oh, my
God. A morning guy-girl drive team out of Charlotte. Fucking Michael Harrison, you dishonest scumbag.
Yeah, she's not even the whole for the show. It's like a female show.
So he's
the whole.
He's the whole.
He's the meat. They probably all tease her. Why do you have to have meat on your show?
Meat on your show. You're ruining it.
Speaking
He's always
of meat.
cackling.
Well, I kind of like that impression. I want to do it.
Give it a try, Jim.
No. It has to happen. I can't just do impersonation.
All right.
You guys got to see Bob and Sherry's website. They're wearing the same clothes.
No, stop it.
Go back one. It's the shot.
Oh my God!
When they're lounging around, watch in there. Oh, go back another one. It won't let you go back again.
Let me see.
Because the one is they're laying down for their publicity shot. And they're both wearing red turtlenecks. Yeah, watch this. No, maybe. No. Why won't it let you go back there?
It's opening. Slow down.
You know what? Everyone's killing the website.
Probably a lot of people hitting it now.
Everyone's killing the website.
Yeah, I'm sure if Bob and Sherry talk about a website, it just crashes.
Look at Bob's hairdo.
Oh!
Dude, Bob's hair. Bob's hairdo. I've never actually wanted to see Al Zarqawi holding a severed head as much as I want to see that fucking Lego person hairdo.
How do I get in?
I don't know.
Bob and Sherry. You got to see the other shot. They're lounging. The one guy's...
Anthony's got it up over there.
I know, they're lounging
with their...
And they're wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, that's the one.
The black pants, the red shirt. Oh, my God. Oh, look at him. You poor son of a bitch. Shoot yourself, Bob.
Bob, be a man and take off that red turtleneck.
That's right. Just blacken her eye, Bob.
What's going on? Is that... Wouldn't it be great if Bob just one day said, Sherry, shut the fuck up, and punched her right in the face?
And they lost their entire audience.
Let's go to Jerry in North Carolina. Jerry, what's up?
Hey, that Rusty Humphrey, he's so lame that he actually took the Team America theme song and changed it for his intro music. It goes, Rusty, heck yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Can we get a Rusty Humphreys song parody, please?
Yes.
Can we please?
Can someone get us a Rusty Humphreys parody immediately?
Get me a goddamn Rusty Humphreys song parody.
Somebody get me a Rusty Humphreys song before I fucking die.
By the way, Jerry Doyle used to play Garibaldi on Babylon 5.
We all know Jerry Doyle. Who doesn't know Jerry Doyle?
Of course.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, we're getting a Rusty Humphreys song parody. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You got to pay for it?
You got to pay for his parody song?
How much for a parody? It's worth it.
You have to be a premium member.
Well, then, goddamn it.
Premium member? This motherfucker thinks he's Rush Limbaugh.
He's Rusty. He looks like him. He's a fat man with glasses, and I want to hear his songs.
Rusty Humphreys, you got to pay to get in there?
Of course you do.
Hawk, pay the man.
Pay him right now, fuck.
You're paying for it? Let us listen to this shit.
Let's go to Duke in Little Rock. Well, maybe someone out there has a Rusty song.
Hey, guys,
what's
going on?
Yes, let's go, Duke.
Hey, what's going on? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, fella.
Hey, just going to agree with you on Sex in the City. That just shows force, women and the morals. I'm not a big moralist or anything like that, but I don't let my girls watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, he dove from that wreckage.
Wow. Back to
that
the
was
list.
through the window.
Back to the list.
Through the windshield.
In 54th place, it's Mitch Albom.
Mitch Albom.
Albom. A-L-B-O-M. It's not album. It's album.
He wrote a nice book. He's
an experienced man, a media renaissance man. Doing variety show approach to afternoon drive in Detroit.
It's innovative.
He's one little city. If you look at a map and you just make a little circle around Detroit, that's where he broadcasts.
He's a white guy doing a variety show approach afternoon drive in Detroit. He's a renaissance man. He's Van Gogh.
55, it's Don Wade and Roma.
Don Wade and Roma, morning drive staple in Chicago for over 20 years. 20 years together, these two.
Ugh.
Well, they have the longevity. I'll give him that.
And he's got the dyed mustache. What's that about?
Yeah.
This is a black and white picture, and I can tell his mustache
It's a big walrus mustache he's got.
Dyed black.
Yeah, well, you guys want to play games, you go to number 56, and then you fucking throw your hats in.
All right, ready?
All right. We can stop the list right here.
Yeah, we're looking at the Heavy 100, the top 100 talkers in America, and your pals Opie and Anthony did not make the list. 56th place is a guy, I can't even pronounce his last name.
I can. It's Michael Smirkanish.
Michael Smirkanish.
I'm going to say Smirkanish.
Smirkanish.
He's a savvy lawyer and newspaper columnist doing morning drive and making waves in Philly.
No, he's not.
He's Opie, it says it right here.
We know Philadelphia radio. I'd never heard of this guy.
Yeah, well, maybe you don't listen to radio, because I'm a big Michael Smirkanish fan.
Smirkanish.
He's making waves in Philly.
If you've been injured, call Michael Smirkanish of Smirkanish and Smirkanish Law Firm. A lawyer and newspaper columnist doing morning drive.
57th place is, what?
He looks like J.T. Walsh, but bald.
57th place is Russ Martin in Dallas. We had our run-ins with that asshole.
Yeah.
58 is Steve Dahl from Chicago, WCKG. 59 is Mark Davis. 60, the fucking Jersey guys.
That's right.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Carton and Rossi. We worked with Craig Carton at WNEW, and it's a known fact that he's been taking a lot of elements from this fine show for his fucking show in Jersey.
Yeah, they are.
They're in 60th place.
Yeah.
Bob and Tom, a lot of Bob and Tom fans out there. They came in 61st place. 62nd is Tom Hartman from KPOJ. What the fuck are we looking at next? Janet Parshall, 63rd place?
Yes, of course. I told you about Janet Parshall.
One of the leading conservative Christian talk hosts? She straddles the line of religious and secular issues talk? Holy shit.
I was straddling a hot cock last night. Sorry, Alvin. Now you got Samantha and Angry Typing Guy.
Speaking of straddling... the Ghoul made 64th place.
Ooh. Former public radio icon, now on satellite radio.
Bob Edwards.
One of the industry's premier interviewers.
He does an hour show a day.
It's 1 hour. What was one of the criteria? Effort?
Guys.
Was it effort?
Guys.
No, stop. Don't tease me. Don't tease me. Don't tease me.
Guys.
Don't tease me.
Guys.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me.
They don't have it.
Don't tease me.
They don't have it.
Steve, did you do this?
What?
Did you just bring in what I thought you brought in?
I brought in a song parody.
A song from?
Rusty Humphreys.
Rusty Humphreys song parody.
Get the whistle. Blow the whistle. I want a whistle.
Let's go to Josh the Trucker.
Holy shit! We got a Rusty Humphreys song parody, everybody, coming up. Should we tease it? Holy shit!
What's up, Josh?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I got to call you guys out on Rusty. I think you guys would actually love this guy.
Stop it!
Rusty, heck yeah. You're right, sir, we would.
We will know in a matter of seconds.
That's right.
Why, sir? What are you saying about Rusty?
This guy actually flew over to a fucking terrorist house in Israel and made fun of them to their damn faces. And he does racial humor and all kinds of other shit.
He flew over a terrorist house?
Do you think...
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God. Oh, you poor man.
All right, explain.
I'm telling you guys, he fucking did it.
All right, please, dude, please explain it in great detail to us what actually happened.
Because we know everything about radio. We're going to tear down the eighth wall for you today.
This guy, he sets up for 2 weeks in advance about this big trip they're going to take and everything, and he's got all his sister affiliates or whatever over there in Israel for his right-wing bullshit.
All right, okay.
He goes over there, and they got this one dude knows this terrorist faction that's trying to get some publicity. So they invite him over to their house.
Right.
And he goes over there, and he's asking them all kinds of questions. He's basically, doing the whole, making fun of these fuckers to their face.
Uh-huh.
And
he says, you know, they got guns to his head and everything, and they were actually surprised that anybody would be able to talk to him like that. And these guys were fucking pointing guns at his head. And, yeah, he went over there and he called them out when they did.
Were they really pointing guns at his head?
Oh, my God.
Sir, I don't... You could be the dumbest human being I've ever spoken to. I don't... I mean, dude, I'm rifling through 37 years of conversation... And you really are the forefront for the dumbest motherfucker I've ever spoken to.
Well, let's play this out, Josh. So the guns are pointed at his head. Yeah. Why didn't they shoot? They are terrorists, after all, and they don't have to follow any real rules.
The reason why is
or laws.
He promised them airtime.
What?
He was giving them airtime on his show.
Okay, wait a minute. So they said the terrorists in the West Bank wanted to do a drive time show, and where is he?
He's in their house.
No. Answer airtime. Where is he syndicated to? Like, what city are you in?
I have no idea.
Well, he plays on XM 166 American Right.
Okay, so they wanted to talk to Rusty Humphreys. So he went into a terrorist house. They pointed guns, and he made fun of them to their faces.
Yeah, he even called them out on not doing the call to prayer. When the call to prayer went down, none of them stopped to pray or anything, and he even called them out on that.
And what did they do, sir? Were they all flustered?
No, they were totally serious. They just wanted to make it look like they were victims and everything. And
well, Josh is on
a serious interview.
Josh, what's up?
Hey, dude, what's going on, guys?
You're on with wow, wait, two Joshes.
Yeah, dude.
Josh and Josh.
Josh and Josh.
You're number 78, by the way.
I'm way better, dude. Anyways, I just wanted to say, dude, back in the day, Rusty Humphreys used to do about 10, 12 years ago, back when I was about 10 years old or so, used to work on a morning show here on a top 40 station, and they were doing a remote at a sporting goods store, dude, and like I said, I was a young kid, and they were giving out Mountain Dews and pizzas and shit, and this bastard, dude, I just walked up, he had him and, his hole that they had on the radio station, this was a while back, but still, and this bastard was just, I was a young kid, and he was a total ass to me, dude. I just wanted to come up, get a slice of pizza maybe, because they were giving away free pizzas and sodas and shit, and this asshole was just a total ass to me, dude. It pissed me off, man.
Josh number 1, I apologize. For Josh number 2 to think that was important enough to call a national talk show,
yeah.
He has aced you out for dumbest human being I've ever spoken to.
But he does have talk skills. You should be 80th on this list. Or did you make that joke with 78?
I know. I said Josh and Josh, I said you guys are 78.
Oh, okay, very good. Because I heard something in there. Jeff in North Carolina.
Hey, you ready for Bob and Sherry?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Here comes Bob and Sherry, one of the shows that beat us out.
You're not going to change your mind. I'm too old. How old are you, Linda? I'm pushing 60. Yeah, but do you want to be here for 30 more years? No.
Well, you're on the right diet and the right health plan. No, I don't want to be around here. I want out of this. I want out of this hell.
I love you, Linda. What is so bad about your life that you can't wait to escape it? Just old. Done a lot. You getting tired? Yeah. You're wearing out on this place.
You're not old. You're really not old, Linda.
You know what?
Feel old.
Maybe she's packed a lot in and she's just ready to check out.
Are you encouraging Linda to step through the veil of tears? Please stop.
Put one more nail in the coffin.
I know. Listen to the two of you. This is the first. You're the first radio person I said, you know what, to a listener. You know what? Go ahead and die.
I probably will.
Oh, jeez.
It's going to happen. That and taxes. The thing is with Linda, you're going to lecture and get all up in her face.
His voice is higher than hers.
She's going to start eating a spoonful of pure fat.
I hope this fucking Bob McAllister-looking jerk-off is paralyzed in a boating accident.
Oh, you warm up the fat before you eat. Right. They say it tastes better.
Linda, how many cigarettes do you smoke a day? Don't lie to me, because I'll tell you what.
At least it's high energy, the show.
You're lying and saying over a pack?
Is that enough?
No.
You want more?
Oh, please.
Please, sir.
It could be.
Okay, hold on.
How many of you had...
I don't work on the radio.
How many? Do you work at all?
No.
It's not even so bad that it's good.
Does your husband still work?
It's so nothing.
This is nothing radio.
Nothing radio.
You're listening to the hole in the donut.
Yeah.
This is the space in the donut.
The hole in the donut. A nice little analogy there.
Is that contributing in any way to your...
Oh, don't blame us on that. You're not...
This is nothing.
Linda's hard. I mean, she needs to shake her life up a little bit. She needs to. You and your husband are in a rut, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, how can she...
How did they get into this call? How do you fall into a call like this?
You're in a groove, and
Yeah.
neither one of you really wants to do anything all that radically different.
Why don't you try a different position tonight, Linda?
Ooh. Saucy.
Ooh. Oh,
Upright.
yeah. I know the one I'd choose.
Or maybe not.
Give it to her. Something funny?
Yep.
Hey, Linda, how many
Get on
cigarettes?
that ball.
How many cigarettes? How many cigarettes so far?
She's laughing too hard to talk.
That's the talk.
I don't know.
What do you smoke this time?
You're a hoot. That's terrific. That's terrific.
And our cigarettes are very expensive up here.
All right, I can't take anymore.
I want Bob and Sherry.
Goodbye, Bob and
Fuck
Sherry.
Bob and Sherry.
By the way, getting back to
Speaking of Sherry, I had some, and I got drunk and sucked a guy's cock.
Oh! That's my impression.
What? I do impersonations. I do it so good you'd think it was the real people. I can see how a girl could fall for him.
All right, listen, Rusty Humphreys. Getting back to Rusty Humphreys.
Rusty Humphrey, please.
A little more info. Rusty sells ringtones, shirts, alarm clocks, collector coins, and his own coffee.
Oh, my God.
His own... Rusty is a whore.
I
Also,
stand corrected. I love Rusty Humphreys.
Also, he sells the Holy Land Pack.
What?
Which is earth, oil, and water.
What?
Minerals, salt, and mud.
Jesus. Oh, my God, he does. It's on his website.
He sold it to Bob Edwards as betting.
For $9.99, you can get the Holy Land in your hand pack. Material, earth, water, and oil. Price is $9.99. Sale price is $6.99.
Holy shit. Fucking Jimmy.
We'll be back after this.
After this short break of 200 years. That's nothing for him.
All right, we go back to Rusty Humphreys.
Yeah, please. I gotta hear some Rusty Humphreys.
Where was he on the list again? He's 52. Top talkers in America.
52.
And he does his own song parodies like this fine little ditty called Blowing Up Saddam is the Thing to Do.
All right. Rockin'.
Don't take no guy from Iraq Saddam. Come on, George, we'll drop a big old bomb. Just if he lives, then I'll be blue. Blowing up Saddam's the thing to do. Remember when he dropped rocks and gas? Right then and there we should have kicked his ass. Just think of all that we've been through. Blowing up Saddam's the thing to do. They say that killing Saddam is hard to do. Yeah, I know that it's true. Turn it off. No way, just do it today. And I don't give a fuck about what the UN members say. I beg of you, let it breathe again.
Please, can we keep that? Because if Michael Harrison from Talkers Magazine, maybe again, maybe some of the listeners know him. Maybe one of his friends with him can contact him for us.
All right.
Calls. I would like to have that song parody.
Oh, play it for him.
To play that and say to him, explain to me what is funny or interesting about this.
Can we take a little leak?
Ooh. Oh, wow.
And we'll continue with the list. We're up to 64. Bob Edwards made the list. Your pals Opie and Anthony did not make the top. Yeah, let's break and we'll continue with this dumb list and other things. What?
Hawk, what are you doing? All right, I was saying, I thought he was trying to... Hawk's mysterious.
This is the only virus spreading across America.
Yes.
Opie and Anthony always win in the end.
We have a message to this guy.
It was said many, many years ago that Opie and Anthony always win in the end. Don't you forget that. Hey, by the way, Tim, who's our intern who drives from Springfield, Massachusetts every day, no joke, we're broadcasting from New York City, so you can MapQuest it yourself to realize that this guy's a complete lunatic.
It's insane
He's
to
married
drive
with
that
a little
far.
kid, and he said, fuck all that, I want to intern on the Opie and Anthony program, so he drives every day from Springfield to do the show with us.
That's crazy.
Right? Springfield, every day, right, Ben?
Springfield, Massachusetts. Also the home of Talkers Magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in Springfield.
Oh, yeah? Here's Tim. Tim, how close are you to a divorce from doing this internship?
I've backed away a little bit from the internship to spend some time with my son and wife. I'm here 2 days a week now.
2 days?
Yeah.
And let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
That didn't happen because you came home one day and said, you know, I'm really not spending enough time with the family. Something happened. You got home one day. What was that argument like?
It wasn't a direct argument. It was. It's gonna be an argument if, and I did miss my son, to be honest with you, but it was gonna be an argument if I didn't take care of a few things.
Yeah, but see, it wasn't. It might not have been an argument, but your wife probably suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't voluntarily give up some intern hours here.
No.
Yeah.
Your wife interferes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She needs to be corrected. She needs a talking to.
I got a few things thrown at me.
Perhaps a bit more, if I may be so bold, sir.
If you don't mind my saying so. So polite. Instructing him how to kill his wife in some of an axe.
So, Tim, what'd you bring us today?
Your son is a willful boy.
Very willful intern.
I think we're going to test out the way we're going to do the egg eating contest at the Hard Rock.
Yes, we are. Pat from Menake's taking on all comers. All newcomers, old comers.
He's a pro, though.
Yeah.
Pat. So,
we're doing a broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe, St. Patty's Day. What, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., I think?
Yeah, when the hell is St. Patty's Day? 17th, right?
I think that's on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks from this Friday.
Oh, shit, really? On a Friday this year?
Yeah, we haven't been out and about in a while, so we're looking forward to broadcasting live, and all the freaks are going to be there. All the new characters are going to be there, including Schizo Bill from Cleveland. And
what about Half a Hulk Face? Were we able to get him?
Hopefully we'll get Half a Hulk Face.
What's that?
Working on it.
Working on Half a Hulk Face? He better be there.
Big A and Twitchell's, and Pat from Menake's going to do the hard-boiled egg eating contest, and they're colored green. And and we forgot
like
about
his toes.
And usually we do these experiments.
Jesus,
I didn't
listen.
I was looking at my phone fall apart.
We usually do these experiments in the Opie and Anthony lab.
Yeah, in the lab, right?
Yeah, we like to
testing facility.
We like to work out all the bugs before we take things to our fans.
At what we call the Opie and Anthony Institute.
That's right.
Yeah, we take it down there and check it out.
So Tim realized, this is why we like this guy, Tim. He realized that we want to do this, and we kind of dropped the ball. So he said, you know what, fuck that. I'm not going to wait for these guys to ask for hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to bring them in on my own today. And that's what he did.
Wow. I need to know how many to bring to St. Patty's Day, because I'm going to be the one, my company is going to be supplying them for us. So I need to know how many to buy, how many to bring.
Your company?
Company is that?
I work for Big Y Foods in Springfield, Mass. It's a supermarket.
Oh. Well.
Yes.
What do you do
Did
there?
you get a little bonus for mentioning them today?
No.
What do you do there?
Well, I was the seafood manager.
The seafood manager?
I was a seafood manager.
What's that?
It's a manager.
Yeah, but what do you manage?
The seafood
I understand it's a seafood because you're the seafood manager. Yes. What does that job entail?
I run the seafood department.
How is that run?
How is it run?
What's the most important thing you have to do in the seafood management job that you have?
Show up.
Show up. That was like a little joke.
But do you get mad if the shrimps are stacked next to the salmon instead of near the oysters?
Yeah, you can't do that.
What do you go, hey, this trout's been here too long.
Yeah, you got to throw it out.
And why aren't you the seafood manager anymore?
I'm here.
You're assistant to the assistant seafood manager.
Did I ever tell you that I was on a seafood diet?
Really, Jimmy? Yeah. What was that?
Pussy.
He hurt my neck. It was going one way. I thought it was going, whoa!
A little whiplash for Anthony.
I pulled a little, what's his name? I pulled a little Rusty Humphreys on you.
Did you?
You think I'm going to be funny and interesting, and I'm just rusty.
Just rusty. You think he says that? Oh, I'm a little rusty this morning.
Mind me. Yeah. Rusty Wednesdays.
My mouth's a little rusty. I can't pronounce things today.
Fucking half his body should just shut down.
Tim.
Yes.
All right. So what do you got? You got 5 dozen eggs here, all colored green.
We got 60 eggs. I think we want to get a medium of how many eggs an average person can eat.
Right. Did you stay up all night to dye those eggs?
My son helped me. Yeah.
Aww.
A little
a little quality time for 10 minutes before you take off for New York again. Now, I know I've seen egg eating contests on the TV.
Yeah.
Opie, on the TV. And they're shelled, aren't they? Aren't all the eggs shelled?
Those are shelled.
Yeah, they're shelled.
Those are...
Yeah.
No, I mean,
oh,
like,
you want them
the
out of
shell's
the shell.
taken off.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure.
Like shelled.
I think
Isn't that weird? If something is shelled, you have taken the shell off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well,
yeah.
I think it'll make the contest a little more interesting that they have to quickly, peel.
Oh, it certainly will. If a big piece of eggshell gets lodged in someone's fucking throat.
Are these hard boiled?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we doing? We're gonna try this out.
Yeah.
You and who? Bill?
Yeah.
Does Bill weighs 120 pounds?
Yeah, but he's got heart. That kid.
Anybody else want to try this out?
Do anything.
Why aren't they peeled already? Like,
do we want to do that for the contest?
It might be hard to peel.
No, honestly,
yeah,
it doesn't matter because after a while, they're not going to be able to just keep shoving them in their mouth. They're going to need a little time.
Oh, so it's not going to be a timed event thing like that?
And you know what? It comes down to technique. You have one in your mouth, then you're taking the shell off the next one. I think we'll be fine with the shells.
Okay. All right.
Because we want to keep the eggs green to make it make sense for St.
Make it festive.
Right.
Oh, Jimmy's playing with an egg. And look who's here, Laszlo.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? You guys want to see how many eggs you could eat in a half hour for the hell of it?
Sure.
All right. Want to just throw them in
a half
corner?
hour. See, this is the thing. If it's a timed event...
We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know if we're doing a timed event or every, 2 minutes they have to eat an egg until someone pukes.
You like eggs, Bill?
Eggs are good.
Thank you, Bill. No reason. I can't understand why we're not in the top 100. With
Who's on your shirt?
Like this.
Is he number 65 on the list?
Michael Chiklis.
Oh.
Vic Mackey.
Vic Mackey. Okay, I don't watch The Shield, but I recognize the name. Okay.
All right, should these guys just eat eggs in the corner while we continue our radio show? Yeah.
And why not?
Usually we do this behind the scenes in the O&A lab, but why not just do it on the show in the background?
Whenever I get mad at someone, I say, "Why don't you go lay an egg?"
That's a good one, Jimmy.
Yeah, when you really want to hit below the belt.
What? Did you eat today? Either of you?
No.
No, you haven't had anything to eat.
I haven't eaten.
Empty stomachs.
All right. All right. Why don't you guys start eating eggs? I guess.
Let her rip.
Hold on. We'll start in like it matters when we start.
That don't matter. It's 5 after.
5 after. These guys will eat for like a half hour, so we can figure out this egg eating contest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, guys? I got a stopwatch. You got a pail between you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the puke bucket, just in case.
It's Tim, our intern from Springfield, who is very close to getting a divorce.
So this is more an exhibition than a contest?
Yeah, it's just a test.
What happened there with that egg?
It exploded.
Hold on. Something just happened. Let me see that egg.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Is that a raw egg?
Yeah, they were hard-boiled.
Okay.
How can they be hard-boiled and then go soft?
Oh,
This
no.
one's hard-boiled.
But what happened to that one?
These aren't hard-boiled.
Oh, my God, they're not hard.
Oh, my dear sweet Jesus Christ. You fucked up the eggs. They are all soft. But look at that one's all goopy. Come on, they're not even...
Oh.
What the hell? Do you know... Did you ever...
We can't even boil eggs right.
Look at that one. It's completely raw.
It's the easiest thing to fucking do in this world.
Oh, that is
Whose job was this?
Oh, it just went all over.
Tim took it upon himself. Tim, how long did you boil the eggs
Tim,
for?
how long?
5 minutes.
You have to turn the heat on.
They were on.
She just left them in cold water.
I think 7 minutes.
Don't eat that. Why is
Jesus
the
Christ.
other intern eating the raw egg that traveled from Springfield?
It's that's a soft-boiled egg,
Don't
which
fucking
sometimes
eat the
is
eggs.
good, but they have to be warm and a lot of salt on
cannot-
it. What, sir? I think 7 minutes is a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah.
I think there's a 3-minute soft-boiled egg and then a 5-minute soft-boiled egg, but not. Yo, I got a couple.
There you go.
Thanks, Ope.
There you go, Jim.
There you go.
Thanks a million, Ope.
You guys might want to move out of the way.
Thanks, Ope.
Tim, you got good luck getting to the door.
Go ahead, give it a try. Go ahead, give it a try. Go to the door. Get to the door.
Go to the
Get
door.
to the door.
This is your punishment.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit!
Come on, let me out.
Let him out! Don't let him out! Don't let him out! Don't let him out! Don't let him out!
Just don't.
No, not by me.
No, I'm doing nothing. Over there.
All right, let him out! Let him out!
Danny's never gonna let him out.
Let him out! Let him out! Let him out!
All right.
Let him out!
Oh shit!
Ah, look at the fucking window!
Now clean it up!
Be an egg boiler like your father.
Wow. That window looks like my boxers after Mila left.
Did we break that window? No.
Oh, they're eggs.
No, but I don't know if that one was hard boiled.
It smells like fucking eggs in here.
That was there.
Holy shit. That is really fun egging somebody. All ganging up.
I was afraid to throw at his head, though, because I might have had a hard-boiled one and hurt him.
So?
I think we hurt his feelings, too, I thought.
Yeah. I know.
Wow.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.
All right, now my chair's got eggs on it.
Oh, did your chair get eggy?
I stand corrected. Laszlo's chair has eggs on it.
Yeah. Oh, it smells like Easter in here.
All right, back to the drawing board. That's why we do the experiments before we take it out in public.
That was a failure.
Yeah, we got to boil the eggs longer.
But it was fun.
All right, Tim. You all right, Tim? Are
Did you get hurt?
You got any bruises? I hit him hard.
And then he's got to clean up.
Dude, you wound up. You were waving off signs.
I was like Roger Clemens throwing at his own son.
At his kid.
Right.
Oh, what a prick.
You haven't heard yet? It's on the front page of Newsday.
No, what happened
today?
This is the greatest story, man. If you ever wondered if Roger Clemens is a prick, because you hear the stories from time to time, Roger Clemens, he's not really sure if he's going to be pitching this year, right? He's going to do the World Baseball Tournament, whatever, and then he's going to decide, I guess. So, they're starting spring training, and Roger Clemens decided to pitch to the minor leaguers, and his son, what's his son's name? Kobe. His son's name is Kobe, and he's in the Astros farm system. He's a third baseman, right? And he, I guess, he's got skills. He was the first one up as Clemens is pitching to these minor leaguers, and Kobe takes his father's first pitch and knocks it out of the park, home run. So the next time Kobe got up, Roger throws it basically at his head.
He goes to take his head off. What a prick.
And the front page of Newsday today, Clemens versus son, no kid gloves. Roger nearly beans his boy after he hits dad's first pitch for home.
It's like the great Santini.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking prick.
Come on, sports fans.
You gonna squirt?
So...
That made the cover, though, of Newsday?
I was just thinking the same thing.
It's a slow news day.
Anything really happened?
What can I tell you, you know?
They found a body with duct tape wrapped around its face.
That happens
City
every
news,
day.
though.
That's every day, you know that. All right, here we go.
Guys, what number are we on? Number
Bob
65.
Edwards.
I forgot.
Bob Edwards, number 64. And you know what? This is where this Michael Harrison needs a beating. He needs to at least call our show and take his verbal beating. Even XM has acknowledged that Bob Edwards isn't as important as Opie and Anthony.
Yes, very important.
And he does a 1 hour fucking show.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Part of the criteria is hard work or something. I forgot the criteria.
65, this one's going to hurt big time. Don and Mike.
Yeah.
That hurts a little bit.
Ah, Jesus.
66, Jim Gearhart. 67 is Kathy and Judy.
Ah, Kathy and Judy.
They're big, though. They are longtime mid-morning duo.
Know what mid-morning duo means?
10 to 2?
Yeah.
Middays.
The least important spot.
Oh.
They're midday talkers.
Oh, guys.
Longtime mid-morning duo on Heritage Chicago Signal. 68. Mark Belling.
Experienced generalist with news background in PM Drive in Milwaukee. He fills in for Rush.
He broadcasts in Milwaukee. Phil Valentine is in 69th place. He's out of Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. 70th place is Diane Rem. Or Ream.
Ream. Speaking of Ream.
I was ready to go there.
I heard you. That's why I left it alone.
And then we got 71, Rachel Maddow. You get the point. I don't know any of these people.
Chris Core.
Tom Sullivan is 73rd place. The Monsters beat us out in 74th place. Then you got Jay Severin in 75th place. Then you got John Carlson in 76th.
77 is coming around.
Yeah.
Fred Hansberger.
Look at this.
Local issues with host with winning track record and journalistic background. Afternoon Drive. That's right, ladies and germs. Fred Hansberger.
Do you think they have a thing going, hey, have a little Hansberger for lunch today? I bet they do. Fred Hansberger.
And then in 78th place, Quinn and Rose.
Long-time
rock denizens getting big numbers in Morning Drive on new FM News Talk Signal. WPGB in Pittsburgh. Then Steve Gill came in 79th place.
Steve Gill.
A bunch of nobodies. Bill Cunningham.
Oof.
I've been in radio my entire life. I've never heard of half these people.
Well, if you don't know who Bill Cunningham is, I feel sorry for you. Bill Cunningham, he's a market legend. More than 15 years as a leading conservative voice in Cincinnati.
All right.
That's Bill Cunningham and that child molester face of his.
Oh, my God.
That's an awful picture.
Gene Burns is 81. Daryl Ancarlo.
I don't know.
And Daryl Ancarlo.
Hugh Hewitt
is in 83rd.
Hugh Hewitt. Lincoln Ware? Is that like a joke name?
Oh, is he black?
Yes.
Oh, Lincoln Ware.
Lincoln Ware?
It should be Lincoln Y. That's the goddamn joke.
Let's go to 85. Jim Villanucci.
Hey, Paisan.
86 is Mike Trevisono.
He's the reigning king of Afternoon Drive in New Mexico?
That's not even part of America.
No, it's Mexico, right?
Yeah,
it's just newer.
He's a generalist.
They have condos there.
Dude, he's a generalist with a gift for comedy.
Yeah.
He has a flair for laughter.
Can I take the gift back? Did you keep the receipt? Because I'd like to take that gift back.
What the fuck is a generalist?
He's very general.
Yeah, it's very vague.
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of sunny / cloudy out.
Yeah. I feel that way, but I could go the other way anytime. I don't
know if we should be in Iraq.
But in some cases, I think we should.
Right. Mike Rosen is in 87th place.
Wait, can I say Mike Trevisano here? I got to say in 86. Winning generalist, another generalist. Talk host covering everything from politics to sports with focus on Cleveland PM Drive.
86.
Like 7 to 11 he's doing.
He looks like a grandma. Jack Rice is in 88th place. Karen Hunter's in 89th place. I swear to God, I haven't heard of any of these people.
Well, number 90 I actually used to listen to all the time, and if I wasn't on this show, this is where I'd probably want to go.
All right, why don't you tell everyone 90th place?
I don't need to. They all know her. On WDUN, Martha Zoller.
Yeah.
Small market issues, talk host with huge national profile. An author with frequent TV appearances, Martha Zoller, Zoller, huge national profile. You know what? Okay, the guy's name who does this, Talkers Magazine, Michael Harrison. He's off tomorrow, so he won't be on the air, of course. Maybe
What do you mean he's off tomorrow?
Ben just sent me a thing. Harrison is off today. Oh, today. We'll call in tomorrow. He's off today.
Well, he better call in.
But maybe some of the... Maybe some of our fans, pests, know Michael Harrison and would be able to give him some serious emails or calls just in a very friendly fashion to inquire and learn for us. Maybe some of you, we have a big fan base, know who this guy is. Michael Harrison, Talkers Magazine.
Oh, our haters are just loving this.
Nah, but they know.
They know. They're loving this.
I gotta say,
just keep on laughing and laughing.
I gotta say, we sure did fuck this place up.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get that egg off of there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Hawk is trying his best.
It doesn't matter, though. They're taking that wall down in the next few weeks. So
Hawk actually asked for some mayo, and he's making egg salad on the wall and licking it off. It's the only way it can come off.
All right, so Martha Zoller, whatever.
Yeah.
91st place, Jeff Katz. He's hardworking. Intense conservative issues host bringing fast-paced talk to midday.
A lot of these conservative talk show hosts.
Mike McConnell?
Mike McConnell.
This guy's fucking mid-morning star and huge Cincinnati signal.
These guys are all midday talkers.
He's doing a midday show in Cincinnati.
And he beat us out.
And he beat you out.
Chip Franklin.
Chip Franklin. Now, how do you know this guy, Jimmy?
I know the name.
He's a veteran stand-up comic and award-winning writer, getting good ratings in mid-morning.
Another mid-morning guy.
Chip Franklin's name I know.
Anytime your first name is Chip, I think, and you're a comedian, you're probably really funny.
Mid-mornings, we've discussed
Chip.
this in the past.
The name is funny.
That's right.
Mid-mornings is the spot they give to the least talented on the radio station.
Oh, jeez.
There's the old block I fell off it.
No, it's and then people bring up the Ron and Fez thing. That's
different. It's satellite.
It's completely different.
They replay the show.
First of all, they're doing morning drive for the West Coast. Plus, there's bigger things.
National.
There's bigger things planned for Ron and Fez because it's not a shot at Ron and Fez. Trust me.
It's not going to affect my money, will it, Ope?
No. Mark Bernier.
Shit, he does Florida issues.
Wow. Issues Talk staple, Ope. Profile A-list interviewer, and this is what got him on this list, also heard in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, so he's not just Florida. This guy's also heard in Tennessee.
Markets 277 and 458.
John DiPietro in 95th place from WRKO.
I don't have the 95 through 100.
Yeah, well.
And it really doesn't matter, does it?
It certainly does, because you're missing one of my personal favorites.
96 is Bruce Williams. Lifestyle. He looks like a kid toucher.
Yeah, he does.
They all do.
Financial, small business, and general life advice from this legendary broadcaster.
He looks like William Holden. Smash his head on a coffee table. 96. Fucking dropped dead already.
97 is Dennis and Callahan from WEEI in Boston doing a little sports thing. Dan York, 98th place.
That fat face.
99 is Alan Stock and Heidi Harris.
Oh, I thought it was Alan sniffing for a second. I was really going to shit.
They're out of Las Vegas. And finally...
Number 100. Here it is.
100.
Who beat us out?
Oh, she's good.
Raleigh James?
Raleigh James, yeah.
A one-of-a-kind...
James, yeah.
A one-of-a-kind legendary generalist, syndicated late nights with a devoutly loyal following.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe her.
Yeah.
Him? Her? What is it?
Yeah.
No idea.
This list stinks.
Thank you, Talkers Magazine.
Thank you, Michael Harrison.
Doing a great job with your list.
Not even in the top 100. I hope he comes on and is honest about why.
He won't be honest about why. He'll say, well, it's the...
He'll come up with some bullshit thing.
If he came on and said, look, you're hated in radio because of the things you've done by attacking other shows, and this was a way we wanted to smack you back,
At least it would be honest.
I'll respect him. He
At least
won't.
it would be honest.
He won't.
I think it's perfect that we didn't make the list.
Well, honestly, it's better not to be on than to be 83rd.
Huh?
It's better to not be on. It's very obvious.
Yeah, if you're not on the list, then there's something going on, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, if we were like 82, that would be even more embarrassing.
But he's just being a little, whatever. Let's wait till he comes on. He won't come on, but let's see.
If they really want to, get under our skin, they would have made us 100.
Why is he not off today? It's a Tuesday.
He likes to do research. He's the type of guy he's going to now do research for 24 hours before he makes an appearance on our show. So. All right. Let's, I'm clearing the phone lines here.
Oh, look at you. See, look at you. You're like me with the banning.
That's right.
The power you wield like that.
Hold on, we got a talk show host wants to know where he is on the list. Yes, Greaseman.
Where am I in the heavy 100? Punching out there.
Did he make the 250?
No, he did not make
Didn't
the
even make the 250. Waterdoodle, bone dry, I stink.
I wonder what Alan Sniffen is saying about this. If anyone on the New York radio message board is being honest, or they're like, I told you.
Oh, I'm sure they're just laughing.
I told you.
You know,
that's all right.
We have haters out there, and they love this type of thing.
I really don't mind that they get a good chuckle, because in the end, it just seems somehow, I don't know how, whatever. It always seems that there's this golden little lining. That, the golden parachute, whatever you want to call it, something always seems to happen that makes us able to turn around and go, in a very mature way, yeah.
Well, I was thinking more, na 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 na.
You could do the na 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 song.
Or har har
hardy har har.
Always win in the end.
Opie and Anthony always win in the end. Remember that statement. Thank you.
Attention, you maggot! I didn't give you permission for a bathroom break. It's Father's Day. Who's your daddy? Any clue, maggot? Take your loose change from that jar and bring it to the coin exchange and buy something nice for Daddy. I want you to get your big, fat butt off the couch, gather up all the change in your house, you take it to the coin exchange. The coin exchange is the fastest machine out there. It's 10 times faster than any other machine. It's coins in, cash out. I love you, Dad.
That's the Greaseman.
That is the Greaseman. I saw that commercial.
That's the Greaseman doing commercials as a drill sergeant.
I nearly fell down. My legs pretty much gave out on me when I saw that. He's, as a drill sergeant, talking about those change machines where you dump your change in order to cash it in for cash.
Oh, yeah.
Yikesy.
Ugh.
That's
Valentine's Day's coming. You want a kiss from that sweet miss? You gotta buy her something. And you've got the change lying around the house to do it. I want you to get your big fat butt off the couch, gather up all your change, and move it to the coin exchange. The coin exchange is the fastest machine out there. It's 10 times faster than any other machine. Make the move to the coin exchange today. Get your loose coins to the coin exchange. It's coins in, cash out, smooching time.
Joking time. I have so much change that I can't even fit it in the bag in my car, so I drag it behind my truck. Oh, oops. Well, look out. Waterdoodle. I spent many years digging change out of my couch cushions because I was fired. Persona non grata. In the radio world, bone dry. My wallet was bone dry. Yeah. What an ass.
Dude, it would be more dignified if he just sold his children into prostitution.
Hello, it's your friend the Greaseman, and if there's one person that knows about plucking change out of your pants pockets and your couch cushions, it's me, the Greaseman. So go down to, what was it called?
Coin exchange.
Coin exchange, yeah. And exchange your dignity for a few coins, like I did. Me, the Greaseman. What an ass. Oh, poor bastard.
He was one of the guys that went on TV and said that we would never be back on.
Well, I don't think they'll ever work again. I made my little error, but they were. It was a joke. Most people knew that, and I was able to get to work again. These guys are pretty much done. And go down to the coin exchange. That paycheck. How did he cash it? Coin exchange. I've exchanged every bit of dignity I've had. 150 bucks. What do you think he made for that? What could they possibly pay the Greaseman to yell like an idiot?
1,500,
not even.
2,000 maybe.
Do you think?
I don't know. Oh, it was a local commercial?
I'm thinking $800.
Is it local?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Speaking of coins, I brought a waiter home last night, and he gave me a hell of a deposit into my slot.
Oh! Samantha.
Who just did that commercial?
Waterdoodle.
Who? I know the name.
Yeah,
What's his name? The guy who just did that commercial. What? The coin commercial.
Greaseman.
Speaking of Greaseman, I was getting fucked in the ass and I said, do you have any Greaseman?
I sure did pick up on where you were going.
Don't take my only bit.
No, I do.
My only bit.
But I do impersonations.
All right, here we go. Listen to this commercial.
I was overweight and embarrassed to go anyplace. AIDS helped me get back into a size 12.
The AIDS diet plan helped me get back into a size 6.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight. Yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me lose the weight and has nothing in it that could make me nervous.
Question: why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight safely and effectively. Use only as directed.
I love the AIDS.
Poodle and broth, not included.
How amazing is that? That is an actual commercial from 82,
81, AYDS. Was it
AYDS. Get into your robe and enjoy AIDS. Yeah, it was AYDS. My mother had the AIDS for a while.
She did?
Yeah, she would keep it in the fridge, and every so often we would eat the AIDS because it was chocolate. It was like a dietary appetite suppressant, but it was chocolate. Yeah. And as a kid... that's all we gave a shit about, was that it was chocolate. And Mom used to be mad all the time that we were taking her AIDS. Leave my AIDS alone.
That's right. What are you doing? Stop giving the AIDS to other people.
Don't give them AIDS.
I need the AIDS.
I need to lose weight.
Want to hear that again?
Please?
Yeah.
I was overweight and embarrassed to go anyplace. AIDS helped me get back into a size 12.
The AIDS diet plan helped me get back into a size 6.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight. Yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me lose the weight and has nothing in it that could make me nervous.
Question: why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight safely and effectively. Use only as directed.
Fucking doctors, man, must have really had it out for that company. Yeah. Let's call this disease AIDS. It pretty much put an end to that product.
Of course it did. Good thing they didn't call it Twix. Man, fucking gay guys giving each other Twix. Oh, come on.
I love the Twix.
Sorry you have Coca-Cola. What the fuck? You're ruining our company.
Yeah. Well, you get the Pepsi.
He's got the Pepsi. AIDS, the AIDS diet plan.
Isn't that wonderful?
It sounds like a Steve-type voiceover, too. You know, the perfectly spoken out.
Lose weight with AIDS.
Hey, everybody, it's time to sing!
Oh. Everyone has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS. Everyone has AIDS. And so this is the end of our story. And everyone is dead from AIDS. It took from me my best friend, my only true pal, my only bright star. Well, I'm gonna march on Washington, lead the fight and charge the brigades. There's a hero inside of all of us. I'll make them see everyone has AIDS. My father, AIDS. My sister, AIDS. My uncle and my cousin and her best friend. And the straights and the whites and the spades. Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue. The Pope has got it and so do you. Come on everybody, we got quilting to do. We're gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS, 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 AIDS.
There is nothing quite like a Cuban cigar. Right, Ramon? The rich texture, the full flavor, so relaxing. Oh, fiddlesticks. No ashtray. Ramon, open your mouth.
It's the Opie Anthony river dancing competition. This St. Paddy's Day, we'll be Irish step dancing in Times Square.
Eat me! Spend St. Paddy's Day with O&A, Friday, March 17th. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Opie, Anthony, and the O&A crew will be at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square in New York City for another St. Patrick's Day celebration.
It's a room full of people insulting each other.
Special guests include Twitchell's and Big A, Schizo Bill, Black, and featuring a special St. Paddy's Day egg-eating contest with Nine-Toed Wonder, Pat from Moonaki. It's all happening Friday, March 17th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hard Rock Cafe in New York City. 21 and older, doors open at 10 a.m. First 500 people get in.
Friends invite you over to play poker only to take advantage of you like some drunken sorority girl, stealing your money because you don't have a clue how to play? Well, there's a solution for that. Stop hanging out with those lame douchebags. No, that's not the solution. The solution is a click or two away at bodog.net. That's bodog.net, bodog.net. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about poker. You'll learn the tips, strategies you can't find anywhere else on the web. So if you want to improve your game, go to bodog.net. You can practice online, learn the tools you need to survive in poker. How to bluff, how to bet, how to read your opponents, tips on hand selection, even when to make the big bet and go all in. So next time you're invited for a game of poker, you won't suck and be the short stack at the table. Check out bodog.net. It's free, it's fast, it's easy. It's bodog.net. That's bodog.net. It's the site we've been using on the show. So get in on the action. Check it out. bodog.net.
Tomorrow on the 50s on 5.
They knew they had a great record, but it just wasn't feeling right.
Ken Smith uncovers the truth.
So on Hello, Mary Lou, if you listen, there's like it almost, you think it's a piano, it's a do-do-do, and it kind of gives it the rhythm. That's Ozzie Nelson playing his tenor guitar.
The music, the legend, the Ricky Nelson story. Hear part 1 tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. For more, go to exclusivemusic.xmradio.com.
Part of XM's complete series.
Your small business needs to sound professional to stay competitive. It can with Got Vmail.
If you know your party's extension, please dial it now or press 8 for the dial by name directory.
The Virtual One from Got Vmail is a virtual PBX or hosted telephone system that can be customized for 1 employee or 10 and can be used with your cell phone, office phone, or home phone and instantly administered online. Sound like a Fortune 500 company overnight, starting at only $9.95 a month. Features include a virtual toll-free or local number with a customized main greeting, multiple mailboxes for departments or employees, dial by name directory, music on hold, and more. Voicemails can be converted to MP3 files and forwarded to your email addresses and faxes as PDF attachments. There are no long-term contracts to sign and no hardware or software to purchase. Sign up today at gotvmail.com. That's GOTVMAIL.com. Got Vmail, the professional sound of today's small business.
Forget your work.
For XM Chill, a place that pulses with exotic and cerebral music known as smooth electronica, ambient, down-tempo, trip-hop, and all things chill.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Patrice O'Neal, and I'm going to be in New York City on March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, and March 5th. That is Wednesday the 1st, Thursday the 2nd, Friday the 3rd, and Sunday the 5th at Caroline's Comedy Club on Broadway, New York City. It's on 50 and Broadway. The number for tickets and info is 212-757-4100. That is 4,100. That is 4100. 757-4100. And just to get information, I think it's like I'm on the late shows on everything, you know, like 9, and then 12:30 on Friday, some shit like that. Just get the info, man. Call the number. All right, or go to carolines.com. Nice talking to you. Thanks, Stevie.
The studio smells pretty. I hope we got great video of the egg fight. The video's good. That'll be up on Opie and Anthony later on today. Also, the pictures of Mila Jovovich. Mila Jovovich. Those pictures are up. She was great on the show earlier. A lot of fun.
Yeah, saw her on Fox when we were taking a break before. I went into the office and saw her on Fox, and I'm sorry. Just didn't seem like she was having as good a time as she had in our studio, Opie.
You just have a bald spot there, and I don't.
And there's Jimmy sniffing her seat when she left. See, that's actually Jimmy sniffing.
What? I'm just a good guy.
And that is not...
All right, the cleaning products are fucking me up now.
Exactly.
I just breathed in, and it felt like I breathed in sand.
You should be used to that smell.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's really bad. keep that door open. Get the fuck out.
Like you're not staying up all night with cleaning supplies.
He spends 8 hours just trying to clean what turned out to be a scratch. And won't come off.
The moonlight is coming through the windows. It's 4 a.m.
Gotta be clean.
And there he is on his hands and knees in his boxers.
Has to be clean.
His Third Reich fucking boxers.
Third Reich boxers and the long overcoat button to the neck. And in one hand he's cleaning, and the other hand he's holding a Fisher-Price phone with the cord hanging, but it's not plugged into anything. And she's like, "What's the matter?" And he goes, "It's Rommel." Plugged into nothing. It's a little yellow phone.
I do not.
Can you please help me? Please help me.
Help me.
Could you please help me?
Oh, that's my favorite thing on this show.
That shit is the worst.
Oh, it's really strong.
I don't know what they use.
Laszlo in studio. But first, Andrew.
Laszlo, also known as 102 on the list.
Andrew.
Right. Laszlo didn't make the list.
No.
Yeah, Kim Commando was on there.
What the hell's that?
She does that computer talk show. She was like number 10 or 11. You guys were talking about that.
Is that your
yesterday?
competition?
Sort of.
Is she good?
No, she's at none of the tech conventions. You never ever see her.
You're always there doing
Right.
your research,
Yeah.
knowing what's going on.
And
Hold on one sec. We're going to just go to Andrew in Brooklyn before we get to the tech talk. Andrew.
Hey, I just wanted to point out the theory that famous people always die in groups of 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Don Knotts died, and that other guy from the Christmas Story, and
that other guy. That guy was pretty famous. He was the father in a Christmas Story, and his name is
He was Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
That's right.
Yeah. He was a
Darren McGavin.
Thank you, Anthony.
Darren McGavin.
Yes.
And then McLeod. McLeod died. What the hell was his name?
Darren McGavin?
No.
Tim Weaver.
No.
Bill Weaver.
Something with Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver.
Who was it? Dreamweaver.
I'm Tim Weaver.
Dennis Weaver, who was McLeod on the ABC mystery movie.
He was also in Gunsmoke.
He was in Gunsmoke.
1956, Anthony.
And he was also in Steven Spielberg's real first directorial debut movie.
Yeah, Duel. Yeah.
Duel, where he ran from the big tractor-trailer truck. He was trying to...
That was great.
Driving for no reason. This tractor-trailer was trying to run him over. Yeah.
All right.
All right, John Pop's a fat faggot.
What?
What?
Someone's
a faggot.
Someone's a fat faggot.
Who could that be?
I don't know.
One other thing before we get into some tech talk.
Rusty.
Because I know we'll go off on a dumb tangent and we'll never get to this. The transgender teacher.
Yes.
It's a slow news day, but man, is this a great story. It's a teacher, she, he, it, 70, 71, and decides...
What?
Time to become a woman.
71?
71. It's time to be a lady.
Look, to the people out there that are thinking of doing this, don't wait till you're 70.
Do it at 18.
When everything is sagging.
Yeah.
Do it when you're young.
Young.
Where you can feel up your own boobs nicely.
Cutting your dick off is a thing for the young.
That's right.
Get an operation, fall over and break your hip.
Yeah. She's... He, it, I never know what to call him. What do you call it?
Wrong.
It's a guy. Wrong. At 71, the guy's a teacher or something, and decides he wants to become a woman and then go back to
Speaking of teaching, I had a young student over at my place last night, and he got a passing grade.
Oh, saucy.
Laszlo's horrified.
Where's a
Awful.
picture of this creature?
Yeah, where is a picture?
I don't know. Did it
There
make
was a
the
picture.
paper?
I saw a picture. Awful. As bad as you think.
Really?
As bad as you think.
Old men do start looking like old ladies after a while, but, you know.
And the
not
old
gonna
ladies
be-
start looking manly.
Looking like men. They
Where's
cut
that
their hair
picture,
off.
Ben? Where's that picture of
Oh,
Dolph?
Ben's
Really, from
got
the
it.
Daily News?
Oh, sweet.
All right, let's...
What a big tranny head this thing has.
What page? I'm in my workbook.
Open
Page
your
16,
workbook.
Dollface. That's a good... What?
God, that fucking cleaning stuff. Which page? God damn it.
16. Lily Macbeth.
71, at home in Little Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, is ready for substitute teaching after undergoing sex change. Eagleswood Township Board of Education decided yesterday she could resume work. They had no choice. They had to allow her back to work to horrify the kids.
But as a substitute teacher, because substitute teachers get a beat down.
Oh,
like that cock all these years. It was substitute genitals.
Wait,
and now the real ones show up.
Wait, what was this? A guy?
It was a guy.
You
and
sure?
It's still William Frawley in a wig. I don't know what this thing is.
Nice bangs.
Hey, Rick, you want to squeeze my tits?
Oh my God!
That is, a grown man in a wig.
You know who? Jesus Christ!
Who?
It's Rumsfeld. That's
my
Donald
God.
Rumsfeld in a wig.
It's sort of a cross between Rumsfeld and Cheney.
Jesus,
both
yes.
of them. It's Rumsfeld, Cheney in a wig
with tits,
and then he paints the fingernails so it looks like that's going to lady him up a little bit.
Yeah.
They doll themselves up.
Sitting with the legs crossed, just trying to be dainty at 71 and fat. Trying to be a dainty young lass.
Let's say hi to Steve in Jersey. Steve.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I want to tell Anthony, if you're going to be coughing, could you press the cough button?
Exactly.
Okay.
We're professional.
Thank you very much, sir. Good point. Good point.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, guys. Punching out.
We need to do everything right to make next year's top 100 list.
Right.
I want to be 98.
Probably the coughing that made us not make that list.
Let's go to Tim in Jersey. Tim.
Yo, O&A.
Hey.
Let me tell you about this freak show. Holy shit. I was at that thing last night they had. Man, she's just, I don't know what the hell was going on with it. They had another tranny there sticking up for her. He was just his worst.
Yeah, a lot of the people don't want this guy teaching anymore.
What kind of thing were you at, a rally?
Yeah, exactly.
Thing.
Well, let's go to the news story here.
Normally, the hiring of a substitute teacher attracts little or no attention, but that is not the case tonight in Eagleswood Township, Ocean County.
Ocean County.
71-year-old Lily Macbeth has been hired as a substitute teacher in the K-6 Eagleswood Elementary School District. Macbeth has subbed in the past, but that was before changing her gender. She was then William Macbeth.
They have nothing to fear.
Perhaps Macbeth's hiring might...
Wait,
was
who
that?
was that?
That's Billy Macbeth. Billy now Billy.
Nothing to fear.
Is that the principal or is that the teacher?
No, it sounds like the teacher, I think. I think that was the teacher.
Are you kidding?
We need more teacher audio.
Lily Macbeth, formerly Jack Gordon.
Would I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? Would you give me a passing grade? I'd teach me.
was then William Macbeth.
They have nothing to fear.
Perhaps Macbeth's hiring might not have caused controversy, but for a full-page ad that appeared in a local paper, paid for by Mark Schnepp, who has 2 children in Eagleswood, the ad urges people to attend tonight's school board meeting, saying, quote, "You won't believe it." Schnepp did not return our calls, but has reportedly said that he has problems with Macbeth's hiring on religious grounds.
Freedom of speech. Man can run an ad like that anytime he wants. Any person can. If you want to incite the public, that's a good way to do it.
Macbeth has had a background check done as required by law and will meet privately with the board tonight. She says to confirm her gender and to make sure she dresses appropriately. When asked if her appearance and husky voice might confuse children and spark questions, Macbeth says,
when children ask a personal question in a class, I simply make a statement to them. I do not discuss those things in class.
I don't have a penis.
Okay? It's inappropriate.
I asked some parents what they
Won't
think.
confuse the kids.
To each his own. But I don't know, I don't know how you can explain that to, second, third, fourth, and fifth graders.
You can't.
The Gray Town is a small community, and, nobody's really to judge. They didn't hurt anybody.
Now, it's important to note that the Board of Education cannot deny employment as a substitute teacher to Macbeth based on the gender change. That would be discrimination. However, it is very likely that there will be plenty of opinions voiced tonight on both sides of the transgender hiring issue.
Holy crap, could we send one of our guys there, please?
Transgender hiring
Does
issue.
anyone live close to there?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
And they said as long as she dresses appropriately, which means that she should walk into class with a stool under her feet and a rope around her neck.
I would say objected on biblical grounds, because Leviticus is very clear about transgender.
Right.
Issues.
That's right. Forgive her, Father, for she knows not what she cuts off. Stupid. Mark Schnepp. The Schnepp family doesn't approve.
The Schnepp family, very upset.
It is 71. Just, you know what? Just retire.
Stop it.
Just go away, please.
That's 71.
Substitute. I don't discuss my personal life.
Writing the AARP. I've changed my gender. Please update my card.
Liz.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
How Liz. You had to pick one of those old names like Lily or Gertrude or...
Yeah,
Lily. Lily.
Because you're finally going to become a woman and you make your name Lily.
71.
Portia.
Amber.
Yeah, Portia.
Call yourself Portia.
Can you imagine that mess walks in?
I'm Portia, your Portia. New teacher. Portia Macbeth.
Why do you have a high voice?
I cut my cock off, kid. Oh, shit, I'm not supposed to say that. That's private.
0 to 60 in 5 seconds.
And I was 71, so this duffel bag I'm holding used to be my sack.
Why not just go all the way and name yourself Lady Macbeth?
Lady Macbeth.
No, some kind of sexy, hot name.
Yeah. I'm Tiffany.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Lexus.
Right. There must just be, I could picture a lot of chatter in the teacher lounge, too. A lot of chatter, and then he walks in, and it just gets dead quiet.
And you can only kind of make out things. Faggot. From. Fucking freak. Not my kids. From.
Confusing. Children. How did all see that?
You know, Jim makes a good point in Jersey here. Jim?
Yeah.
So what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Two things. First of all, this is fucking bullshit. This bitch gets rehired, or this thing better, gets rehired, and fucking Sidecar Kenny is suspended. What a fucking load of shit. And number two, Ant, at least you didn't change your name to Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. Well, Lily and Wilhelmina, same thing to make. Gertrude, Gertie, Mildred, Millie.
I want to talk to this thing's grandchildren who have to say, "You are a faggot," from your grandson, Frank. Thanks for humiliating me, Grandpa. And he's in the bed with his fucking cock with a bandage on it.
Oh. He's Grandma now. Okay, we're going to see. Remember Grandpa, Grandpa Bill? Yeah.
Yeah, because kids are so understanding.
Yeah, and you got to talk to him like this. Well, we're going to go see him now. You know he was in the hospital for a little while having an operation. Yeah. Well, we're going to see him now, but Grandpa Bill is now Grandma Lily. Oh. What? How? Why did that? Well, he's a faggot and likes sucking cock. How do you explain to children?
And kids, you know, they just let it all out.
Oh, all of it.
They'll tell you when you have bad breath.
Oh, you stink.
Right.
Your breath stinks.
Right.
Well, how about the other kids?
What is that?
The friends of the kids. You know, that trumps any argument. Blah, 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 blah. Your grandfather had his cock cut off, and he now wears a dress.
Yeah.
Case closed. You win.
All right. Whatever I was saying pales in comparison.
Trumped.
McFly the trucker.
Hey, I got a new job for David Lee Roth, man. He can make a new video going, hot for teacher, and this fucking monstrosity walks.
I wasn't liking his goof at first.
I like it a lot.
And it was funny.
All right. There's another transgender story in the news today before we move on to Laszlo.
You almost made it sound like Laszlo's a transgender story in the news also.
I said before we move on to Laszlo. Grand Central tranny. Cops harassing me is the headline from the New York Post today. A transgender woman who repairs payphones at Grand Central Station claims MTA cops have harassed her, called her freak and weirdo, and arrested her 3 times, once when she was in the ladies' room.
How many payphones are left?
Yeah.
There's like 2. You can't even find a payphone anymore.
No.
How many of them need to be repaired?
And why does it have
All
to be
of
done
them.
by someone who fucking has a cock and wears a dress?
Transgender.
Can't you find a guy to do that?
Ready for this?
All the years of putting a finger in that slot. Just going, God, I wish that was me. Lousy cock.
Oh, God. Cumbersome appendage. Late at night just looking at it. Boo! Boo!
Helena Stone. Helena Stone, who was named Henry McGinnis
Of course he was.
70 years ago, has filed harassment complaints with the MTA's Inspector General's Office and the City Human Rights Commission in a bid to end the taunts and arrest for disorderly conduct. I'd like to go to work in peace. I don't go looking for an argument, said Stone. She said the nasty name-calling started in August after she was assigned to Grand Central. The first arrest on September 9th was made after she took an escalator from her tiny office on the track level to the concourse. She got no explanation. She was handcuffed and taken to jail, said her lawyer, Michael Silverman.
70 years old. What's up with all these old people?
Old people deciding they want this. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whatever happened to just fucking knitting a doily? Can't you knit a doily?
Can't you just be a gay guy in your house or
bake
dress
some
like
cookies?
Yeah, bake some. Act like a woman.
Just be a typical gay grandfather. Just make people uncomfortable when you're alone with the children. They don't want to acknowledge anything, but you sit them on your lap a little too long, and then you're like, "Oh, my back hurts. I can't stand up." And we all know why you can't stand up. Can't it just be like the good old days where you quietly hurt them?
No, now you got to go through surgery at 71. Like, that isn't risky enough for old codgers to be under the knife. They're cutting their dick and balls off.
I don't know, 71. Doctor has to blow the dust off the cock before they slice it.
That's healing quite nicely.
You have to use one of those air blowers that you buy to fucking clean your computer keyboard. Peel the skin back, there's a spider web in it.
Big thatch of gray pubes.
Let's say hi to Tom in Jersey. Tom?
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Tom.
I have a story about a teacher I had in high school who had a sex change operation.
Really? Was it you?
Yeah, she was a woman, and she was huge, and I always accused her of being a man, and she denied it. But one day I was over at a friend's house, and somehow we were talking about the teacher, and it turns out my friend's father had known the person and confirmed that they had a sex operation and told me the name before she had the operation. So one day after class, I was failing the class miserably. I went up to her and I just said, "Hey, does this name mean anything to you?" And I never saw somebody's face go pale so fast.
Then what happened?
I wound up passing the class with a really good grade.
Could have probably gotten laid, too.
I don't think that's the kind of lay I want.
But
great story. What happened after that? How did the next year go for you? You passed?
Well, I didn't have her again, but she would never look at me again.
Sir, I always had problems in class. Did you find that your schooling suffered because of this?
No.
Shut up. No.
I used it to my advantage. I didn't tell anyone, and
Shut up.
it worked out for me.
Well, how old are you now? Like, and how many years ago was this? Like, kind of what happened to this person?
Well, I'm 30 now.
Already.
I actually think we give a shit about anything more you're saying.
No, go. What were you saying?
She's still teaching now.
You won't even fucking hang up.
Wow.
Well, why didn't you go to the Board of Education or do something like that?
Someone
did you feel
yeah,
absolutely.
I want to
boring motherfucker.
Shut up, stupid asshole.
So, you don't know what's going to happen when you do something like that. I mean, how old exactly were you?
I was about 17.
He's answering every question in life. We give a shit.
Oh, okay. So this person is still teaching, like, school. Now, do you have kids on your own?
No, I don't.
Kill yourself.
Come on, what were you saying? Come on, dude.
Finish the story.
I don't have any kids on my own right now.
Finish.
Like I said,
I hope you fucking do
it. So you graduated, right? And then you went to college?
Yep.
Where'd you go? What did you take?
Well, I went
hope
for
your car die in a ditch.
We even give a flying fuck?
What were you saying, dude?
I went for computer programming.
Die already,
computer programming. What, Fortran or COBOL?
More like
You're a crushing bore, sir.
Enough.
No one cares.
What did you say?
More like
no one cares.
And no one gives a shit.
Mouth.
You know every party he's at.
Do you know Java programming?
Not really.
I'd rather eat Lily Macbeth's ass than listen to you.
Have you ever? Because I know HTML's really changed a lot. Have you figured out any HTML programming?
How do you make a tranny story boring?
Why don't you just hang up? Have some dignity.
Are you still?
Jesus. I can't believe I worked Fortran into a conversation.
Yes, you
today.
did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fortran.
Who else could do that except Laszlo?
Laszlo yanking out C-prompt chatter.
Well, Laszlo's in studio here.
Yeah.
And I got a cheat sheet.
I do, too.
It makes it very easy for us. How about that?
Some of this stuff is really... What Laszlo gets a lot of information on is sneaky little things going on in the world of electronics. Things that, you do on a daily basis, and then all of a sudden you don't realize they're throwing in these little gizmos, gadgets, and doodads, if I may say, and tracking what you're doing. This one, MP3 watermarking.
Yeah, they're working on a system. In fact, it's the same people that invented the MP3, the Fraunhofer Institute in Germany, are working on a system to embed data when you buy a song online.
Everyone's doing that.
That'll say, this was purchased by Jim Norton. So
on the file, right now you buy a file. You buy an MP3. You listen to it. There's no info on that MP3 that would let anyone know you bought it.
Right.
They're going to put something on there that will identify the buyer of that file.
That's what they're working toward.
And then give the example that you gave me earlier.
So Jimmy says, I'm going to make a nice little mix CD for Patrice O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he burns a CD from songs he's downloaded from iTunes, gives it to Patrice. Patrice rips it to MP3, puts it up on a file sharing site. The record company comes along and sees the first song on the CD, which would be
something, Walk Like an Egyptian.
Okay.
All right.
And they see Walk Like an Egyptian. They have software that can look for the digital watermark on there, and they see that it was originally purchased by
James Norton.
Right.
With any info they need to track you down, and then
knock, knock, knock.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
But I also...
I found a file with a name on it. It's your name.
They could also probably tell who uploaded it, though, and I'm sure there's a different... You have to probably...
I think when you buy that file, you have to... You know when you hit I agree and don't read any of that shit?
Who reads that
I think
stuff?
in that shit is something saying you are not to do certain things with it.
Well, how about this? This is actually not a new story. Laszlo has it new, but I've heard actually how they do this.
Oh, thank you. Fill us in, please.
No, I have. Do you have a Walk Like an Egyptian?
Uh-huh. Of course.
Hawk? I'd get it quick if I were you. Or there's a marker going to be flying right at your teeth.
We do have more eggs left.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no. Oh, look, he's catching the eggs with his mouth.
He did that really quick.
It's Twofer Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to start it off with the Bangles on your home of rock and roll. A 50,000-watt flamethrowing. Oh, you hit the post.
This is how it works. During the song at one point.
Oh, hey, yo.
Jim Norton bought this song. This was bought by Jim Norton on August 5th.
Norton bought this. Norton bought this. Norton bought this. Norton bought this. Jim Norton bought this. Jim Norton bought this. Jim Norton bought this.
Didn't this used to have an alarm on it or a siren? What happened to that? That'd be great.
Jim Norton bought this. Oh, hey, oh.
Now he'll go to jail. That's right. Neil.
Warning, 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 warning. Jim Norton has made an illegal transfer of this song. Warning, 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 warning.
Ooh, this is where they all dance.
They get all jazzy there.
Yes, they did.
Let's say hi to Rob in Jersey. Rob?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hey. Hi.
Just had a couple quick things. I'm not crazy. Jimmy, I love you. Anthony, you're funny as shit.
Thank
but
you. Shit
Opie,
is hysterical.
I don't know, man. I just don't find you funny, man. You suck.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
You know, I was the one that, put you on the air, by the way, Rob, so.
Thanks for giving Whackbag another 8,000 posts to post tonight.
That's right.
About why Opie is here, what he does, what he doesn't do, what everyone does, what this one sucks at, what this one rules at. There it goes. Start the thread, gentlemen.
Somebody's
Start
gotta
the
run
thread.
The board. I guess after 25 years in radio, Rob is finally going to tell me that I just shouldn't do this.
There you go.
It's about time someone tells me because
Rob,
I don't like myself.
Rob, what do you do? Let me ask you, what do you do for a living?
I'm a plumber.
You're a plumber, okay? So you go in the house and plumb.
That's right. I don't like the way you scoop shit out with your bare hands. What do you think of that, fella?
Come on, Jimmy. I love you.
Do you run the company, by the way? Do you run the company?
I'm a subcontractor.
You're a subcontractor. So you have somebody that sends you out on a job?
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's what they do. They run the company?
Yes.
They maybe keep things organized so you don't just knock on people's doors and go, "Do you need plumbing done here?"
More or less.
Uh-huh. Does that boss go out sometimes and do a little plumbing himself? Sure, every so often, but for the most part, he's making sure that the plumbers know what they're doing.
Pretty much.
Are you getting my fucking analogy, stupid?
I don't know why you call me stupid, Anthony.
Because
I like you.
I don't like you.
Sir,
It's another person who doesn't understand the roles of people on this program.
Sir, divide and conquer doesn't work on this show.
There are people that have specific skills on this program. We are still trying to find E-Rocks, but I'm sure it will pop up somewhere. But everyone else has a skill, and they all use them to the best of their abilities, and each one is needed and essential to this
Rob,
program.
why today? Because I thought my Samantha impression was just terrific.
On a day where he's using Samantha impressions and Angry Typing Guy makes an appearance in the same day.
And I started the egg throwing. I've had a terrific show today.
That was Opie's.
All right, the goatee Hitler mustache joke, I understand your point there. But
swing and a miss, it happens.
Swing and a miss, who doesn't?
See, Rob,
we all have our swings and misses.
When I do this psychological bullshit, I wait for the person to actually be down, and then you can hit them nice and hard. But when they're actually having a really good day or a really good show, it's not as effective. There are days I stink on ice. That's the day you should call, and then you might get under my skin a little bit.
Can I ask one more question?
Oh, no.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
No, nothing bad.
All right, Rob.
We don't care. How about no? How about you don't get to?
Rob.
Come on.
Rob, it's Opie.
All right.
Do you like me just a little bit?
All right, I like you a little bit.
Just a little.
How long have you been listening to the show, Rob?
About a year.
You know that one of my jobs is to be very obnoxious?
I know that.
You know that I have a lot of haters out there?
I know you do.
I mean, everyone loves Anthony.
Yes, they do.
Oh, my God.
I am beloved.
I spend a lot of nights trying to find one goddamn negative post about Anthony, and I can't find it.
I do get them sometimes.
You do?
I read one last night that I was too likable, and I felt bad. I wrote the guy back, and I turned him around.
You know, I was into page 37 of one of the threads, and I still couldn't find anything bad about Anthony.
Page 37.
Believe me. Rob, what's your final question?
If Sirius did offer you guys enough money, would you switch?
In a second. Sir, we are so in this for the cash.
Come on. I mean, honestly.
For enough money, who wouldn't?
Well,
what's enough money? I don't...
We make enough money.
Those guys
we're doing fine. If Jimmy wants to go over to Sirius...
if they offered me enough money, I might go over there.
All right. Well, that's all.
What are the circumstances? Do we have any other options? Or is it the only place left to go?
Rob, just wait till you see what we do next.
Yeah, we're like...
Thank you.
We're pioneers.
Thank you.
By the way... I have Sirius and I have XM.
We understand why this call is happening, Rob. Don't you understand that?
Rob, by the way, this is going to get under your skin a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I'm a millionaire for doing bad radio.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Wow, how'd you get under Rob's and my skin? So, Rob, we understand what the call is about. We know you have Sirius, sweetie. We understand.
All right.
You realize the time has passed where you can yell the names out and be effective. Yeah. So you try to be backdoor psychology, but we kind of got it. As soon as you said, Jimmy, I love you, and I love, we understood where it was going and why.
It's called a troll.
You're very hurtful,
He's a
Rob.
troll.
You're very hurtful.
Yeah.
Why don't you just yell out the other show name, and then we'll hang up and go, oh, not on the station, bub.
And Rob, since you have both,
not all about that.
Rob, since you have both, you have Sirius and XM. He can skip one step in the Jim Norton trifecta.
That's right. And I would say flush it down the toilet and go fuck your mother, but then they'd have to call him to take it out because he's a plumber.
He's a plumber. Exactly.
Hold on. Turtle wants in. Turtle.
Oh, this is Turtle from the Church of Opie. Jimmy, love you. Opie, love you. I just wanted to say...
Uh-oh, I didn't hear an Anthony love you. Hold on a minute, hold on. I didn't hear an Anthony love you.
Turtle, problem?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you out Anthony. We like you too.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Likes me. That's okay.
The Church of Opie was very upset with this, and we just want everyone to know.
He's got his own
that Opie
church.
has a dedicated website to his worship.
Yes.
The Destroyer must not be.
Yeah, I also noticed you guys haven't updated it since September 22nd. Thanks for the effort, boys. Thanks for the effort.
It's still working on the Old Testament, Opie.
Which makes me believe that maybe I haven't added anything significant that they can talk about on the Church of Opie.
Not at all. You don't see new passages being tossed into the Bible, do you?
Right.
It's a finished work.
I go there every once in a while, the Church of Opie, just hoping for that update.
Something new.
I think it's September 22nd, the last update.
Turtle, is there going to be an update? Perhaps Opie's Samantha impression and angry typing guy can be on there?
I'm sure that there will probably be an update even as we speak.
And on the 7th day, Opie created angry typing guy.
Created shit radio. Thank you.
Punch it out, guys.
All right, Turtle. Rob, I'm sorry you don't like me. What can I tell you?
I'm starting to like you a little bit.
I don't even like myself, so you're onto something.
I just wish both of you guys could be all on same.
Hey, you know what?
We know, Rob.
Hey,
we
Rob.
understand.
Rob, and maybe this is why I get under people's skin, because we talk openly and honestly here. That wasn't our choice, buddy. Howard didn't want us on the same station back in the day because he was so obsessed with the buzz we were getting with our radio show. We had nothing to do with that.
And another quick thing, why don't you guys ever I know Bubba starts talking a lot of shit about you guys, and you guys don't talk shit about him. It's more or less Howard this, Howard that.
Because it's Howard. Howard's the story over there. Yeah. It's not Howard and Bubba is the story over there. It's Howard Stern is the story over there.
Right.
I think Bubba would like to think it's Howard and Bubba, but it's just it's Howard.
The only time we talked about Bubba, we had audio. He talks in a phony voice, and then we made fun of him because he was like, challenge you to this. It was just cornball.
It's not
shit.
worth it.
He's a cornball.
Rob, he challenged me to put the gloves on and step into an octagon
for charity. For charity.
We don't know how to mess with that.
And Howard will be taking over afternoons over there, and he's going to be pushed to midday, so that shows you how important he is to Howard.
Right. And there's no buzz. There's no buzz on Bubba.
Always be honest about the agenda when you call, sweetie.
Yeah.
Always be honest. Always be honest about the agenda.
All right, Rob.
All right, I had a bunch of agendas, but thanks for answering.
We know you did.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Angel.
There he goes. Could see that coming a mile away. I
understand it. It's like when you get to a point where if I yell, fa fa foy, and it's know it's embarrassing and no one cares, so you try that. It's like, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
MP3 players, watermarking. Was there anything else on that, Laszlo?
No. Jimmy will get in big trouble when they play Walk Like an Egyptian, is what we learned there.
I think that was a very, very good point I raised.
Right.
Well, what are they going to use the info for? To go after people, or?
Yeah, they're hoping to just make, songs you download from iTunes. And even though iTunes isn't a proprietary format, you can still burn the songs to MP3 and then share them. So.
I've had problems going from iTunes to anything else, to burning it, or putting it even on. If I want to get a song to put behind a video, I can't pop it onto my video editing programs or anything.
Right, because that's improper use.
Improper use.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can I go back to the phone?
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Adam
certainly.
in Canada.
Yeah, guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah.
I've been a long-time listener. It's great to have you guys back in Canada. And over the last year, I've noticed that Jimmy, right on. Opie, holding down the fort.
Thank you.
Anthony, I'm not so sure that they're quite as funny as you used to be.
Now we're on to something. Now we're on to something.
Oh, no.
Whatever happened to good old Don West?
Oh, no.
Don West?
Don West. Anthony's up there.
I did with the Mark McGuire rookie.
Yeah, I did a little Don West back then.
Does him.
See, I grow as a performer, my friend.
That's right.
I grow. I moved on to other things.
He's still putting out albums, sir.
Seems like the only thing you're growing into, sir, is a gaunt wop.
A gaunt wop. I'm not. I've always been a gaunt wop. I'm not growing into a gaunt wop.
All right, one call that hates Jimmy, so we can all feel good about ourselves.
I didn't like
well,
him.
the phones are exploding.
Let me tell you something, though.
I really thought that was a goof. I don't even
he was
know
a
if it was
fucking
real.
foreigner. He's from Canada.
That's right. You tell him.
All of America likes me.
They do.
And that's all I care about.
That's right.
America.
You know what I like about
slender
Anthony?
greaseball.
I like that Anthony has brought a whole bunch of brand new things to the show.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Not resting. He's coming up with new things all the time.
I try sometimes. You know, I can't force it. I'm not going to do Don West. A lot of people forgot who Don West was.
Yeah.
We do him every so often. We had him on the phone. I was doing the McGuire rookie card, doing that whole thing. But Tony Danza was the new one that came up, a year ago until he lost all relevance. Great. For 15 minutes, he gave me a new impression. Thanks, Tony. Do something else, you dumb wop. You gaunt wop. Hey, the garlic. People.
By the way, because people are now going to hate me for taking that phone call, I really thought that it was a goof, and I still think it might have been a goof.
Oh,
yeah, I just think it was you being nasty towards me.
I think so, too.
You fuck.
I think it was you being argumentative.
I think it was just a way to kind of make yourself feel a little better.
That's right, and I bet you that one, my new favorite radio show, who's the guy and the gal we were listening to before?
Bob and Sherry.
Bet you Bob and Sherry don't take calls like that.
I hope that guy perishes in a bizarre curling accident.
Oh, Bob, here's a caller. He says your hair looks like Bob McAllister and you should die of the bird flu. Click.
Oh.
I almost said AIDS,
harsh.
but then I didn't want to get a call saying another AIDS joke.
Another AIDS joke from Jimmy.
All right,
So
here
I
we
said
go.
bird flu.
So the MP3 thing, watermarking, that sucks.
Hold on. One second.
What's up, sweet pie?
I just have to make myself feel better after that. So I'm just randomly banning somebody. There you go.
Boy.
Bye.
Make sure they have a microphone.
Bye. I just randomly picked somebody and shot him in the back of the head.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Now, I feel good now.
I got tired of watching them run through Pal Talk in that little red dress.
That's what you can do when you're king. You just grab one of the serfs, boom,
That's
chop
right.
their head off.
Now I understand that whole thing about power and how just pulling someone out of the crowd and shooting them in the head makes you feel a little better.
Opie and Amon show.
And it scares the rest of them.
They're giving me the name Banthony now. They call me Banthony.
Banthony.
I love it. My loyal subjects.
All right.
Fear me.
Then they'll fear you.
Laszlo?
Yeah, Anthony and I were talking earlier about how HBO is setting restrictions on what you can record on your DVR.
Can you throw us one fucking bone?
Probably hurting DVD sales.
Whoa, jeez. We pay how much is your cable bill a month?
$100.
Mine's ridiculous.
Mine's well over 100.
It's about 130 just basic. The second I get anything on demand, it's going up into like the 160s when I start getting some
I think
pay-per-view
mine is
stuff.
up to 172 if I'm not mistaken. $172 a month for cable.
Isn't that ridiculous? For cable. And perish the thought, you put something on your fucking DVR, so maybe if you enjoyed it, you could watch it again, or you weren't home, you could watch it. Or then they just don't want you burning them to DVD. Is that it?
And the new DVRs actually that they were showing at the Consumer Electronics Show, have DVD burners in them. Like, oh, cool! So this way I can pull stuff off the hard drive.
Yeah, that's a little blatant.
That's always the issue. Is the hard drive's full. I can't erase the entire season of ER or whatever.
Right, so let me burn it, and I'll keep it for later, and I'll throw it away promptly after I view it.
What HBO is doing is they're positioning themselves here. They're not happy, and then what's going to happen, because we all have movies on demand where you have to pay for, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to go down that road. HBO on demand, you're going to have to pay $1 or $2. You watch.
That's what that's their strategy. He's exactly right.
Such bullshit. They're making so much fucking money off us already.
They want you to pay extra for on demand.
For everything. Yeah, because Blockbuster and all that, those places are going away. I rarely go to Blockbuster now, but I have no problem renting movies on my cable system. And sometimes you get the free movies because HBO on demand or whatever, it's free.
Yep.
But you watch, that's the next step.
And HBO petitioned the FCC
with prayer
you can't petition the FCC with prayer
to prevent to prevent people from recording stuff on their DVR that's on the on-demand channel on HBO. So basically they don't want you to get on demand, record a bunch of stuff to your DVR, and then say, okay, I'm done with HBO on demand. I don't want to pay the monthly service. And then you've got all this stuff on your DVR to watch. They don't want you to be able to record
and then re-sign up after a while when you viewed all of the on-demand stuff.
I think it's about DVD sales. I think that's
absolutely
a huge piece. They don't want you recording all the Sopranos.
All right, you watch though. Now you're going to have to pay for all of it. I bet you it's right around the corner, man.
They want you to pay twice.
I knew this DVR and TiVo thing was too good to be true.
Yeah.
I'm whipping through shows now. It's unbelievable how much more TV I'm watching because I don't sit through the
commercials.
commercials.
Watch entire seasons in one night without watching one commercial. You just zip right through them.
And did you see what the ad agencies did for the Olympics?
Yeah, and it fucking worked. I hate it. Pissed me off.
What do they do?
It was two commercials. One is I think Coca-Cola. One is Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they do this thing where they show their secret recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they show Coca-Cola's secret formula for a split second. It's like, and here's our secret formula, and it's gone. And just out of curiosity, I was like, what the fuck was that? And then slow-moing, looking, freeze frame, and then looking at all the little things. Now, I didn't watch the entire commercial, but it made me stop, recognize what the commercial was for, and I spent some time with it, going through their little diagram that they drew up.
They also had one that had information on how to get a coupon for a buffalo snacker chicken sandwich.
Hey, that's
that's
cool,
they got to throw little things in now to
Yeah.
make you stop.
Little subliminal messages.
I don't mind when they evolve with the technology.
Yeah.
I mind when the technology's so good. Well, we got to shut that fucking thing down instead of trying to work with it. That's what frustrates me.
Because British commercials are funny. They're funny in Europe. They're interesting, and here they stink.
Right. There's a reason why.
One frame of big hairy bush. One frame of big hairy bush, and you would like slow-mo through the entire commercial.
Right. and now they're doing more and more product placement too. It's going to go back to old time TV where they just start talking about the products.
Hey, Bob Hope for Texaco Star. I got to tell you, that's what they're going to do now.
I bet you they start doing that next.
Yeah.
But this DVR, it's too good to be true to zip through the commercials.
Seinfeld was like, they had so much product placement that the products actually got to look over the scripts and recommend changes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's so dangerous.
I'm Lily Macbeth for Ginsu.
Celebrity endorsement.
Can I go to the phone for a second here?
All right.
I'd rather you didn't.
Jeff.
Stop that, shut it down. We got it, 10:23.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, sorry, just missed a wreck here. Hey, guys. Shit. Sorry. Just watched the car go under a semi on 294 at Chicago. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Wow.
Right in front of me. That was kind of cool.
I hope it was the last caller we took, bastard.
Holy crap.
I hope it was Rob and he was on a business trip.
That just fucked me up.
Wow, a car just got railed, huh?
Maybe you should go help the person.
He's got a load to deliver.
I was already rolling past him. He just went underneath the front end of a semi.
His head's probably gone.
Holy shit, that was cool.
Was it a cop car, and was Jerry Reed driving the rig? Just try to drive under my truck.
Hold on to your ass, Fred.
Some dumb little rice burner tried to get smart, and he went around the front of the semi and lost it, and then he ended up underneath it.
Are you driving around the country with a monkey?
What? No, not yet.
So the guy actually his truck actually hit the car.
No, the car lost it in front of the truck. He was changing lanes.
A little too fast, changing lanes. He skid, and then the truck went right into him.
When he doubled back into the steer tire of the semi that was sitting next to him and just demolished his car.
Oh, wow.
Ended up underneath the drives and popped the truck up into the air about 6 feet.
Wow.
You just saw all this live?
It just happened right when you guys went to me. That's what happened right there.
You think he's dead?
Whew. I don't know. Who cares? Welcome.
There you go. That's the rules of the road.
I had a good call. You guys rock. I can't
had
even
a
do it
good
anymore.
call. All right.
I was going to shit on Jimmy, but I can't because he's my idol. But I love all you guys.
Thanks, man.
And you guys rock. So.
Bye, fella.
What do you like about Jimmy, by the way, Jeff?
Oh, dude's my idol.
Wait, oh, no.
Hung up on his face.
I hope that wasn't another accident.
That was a technical glitch.
I can't believe Jimmy would hang up on one of his fans like that.
I don't have any button control. I'm over here with a pen.
Let's go to Keith and Harrison. Keith?
Hey, guys. By the way, I love you, Opie. Anyway.
Thank you, sir.
In Westchester County, I don't know how it works in Manhattan, but in Westchester, you do have to pay for HBO on demand. It's like $5 a month.
Yeah, it's part of the package.
Everywhere.
No, you're right. You're already paying for on demand. You're right.
Well, you shouldn't pay.
Getting a fee
pay
every month from
individually
you.
then.
I guess we just don't give them enough money as it is.
Yeah, they're just positioning themselves to make more money. You watch.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right.
See you guys.
Well, I'd hate to see DVD sales affected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say a sitcom comes out and it's very popular. You want the DVD sales.
Oh, look who's Mr. HBO over here. I forgot about that.
No, I'm just saying.
Are you going to get some of that action?
I don't know what the contract is, to be very honest with you.
Yes, you do know what it is.
I would love to
know.
With your first contract, you don't get. You know, it's when you come up for the second one. If it's a success, then you get some.
There's a blurb about Lucky Louie in the paper today.
Yeah, they just mentioned it in the post.
Jimmy's part of Lucky Louie, the HBO sitcom, and with Louis C.K.
Following Entourage. That's
following Entourage in June.
Louis C.K.'s HBO stand-up special I saw recently. Very funny.
Yeah, Louis is great.
Really funny.
I think Louis playing Caroline's this weekend. Is that why they're promoting it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe so.
Why don't you maybe give him a plug, Jimmy? Jesus, you
I didn't even think, because Louis wouldn't...
It's in the back of maybe the... I want to say the Post.
Where is the boss's plug?
All the way in the back. All the way in the back.
The boss needs a plug.
No, all the way in the back. Just start over. All the way. No, keep going.
Oh, no.
You were by the sports section, you nut.
It might be Daily News.
Oh, this is the Daily News, all their ads.
Oh, you had the Daily News.
I hate the Daily News.
Just go a couple in from the back.
I see it. Louis, really a great comic, and you can catch him March 16th through 19th. Oh, okay, it's not till mid-March.
Okay.
All right, we'll plug the boss then, even though I'll be away.
St. Patty's Day weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to talk about this MySpace thing.
Yeah, the backlash has begun, man.
Yeah, the backlash has begun. Everybody that has their MySpace accounts, seems here the Department of Homeland Security has new computer software that's combing through people's emails, blogs, and MySpace accounts looking for terrorists.
That's right. The system's called Advise.
Advise.
Right. It stands for something.
Of course it does. It's an American military thing.
I actually did read this.
I thought it was the Whopper.
But yeah, so and I was looking at a friend of mine's MySpace account where he's, standing there with the machine gun talking about how he loves to shoot things and.
Yeah, I know.
Looking a little Middle Eastern.
Now,
there,
my MySpace account, of course, I kind of look. Now, if they're combing through these pictures and they see me holding a gun like that, is that going to set off some red flags?
How many terrorists do you actually think have MySpace accounts?
4.
I mean, do they go?
Yeah.
You go in there and you see that like all their friends are named Muhammad or.
Yeah. Al Zarqawi's got his set up with like a flowery background, and Alanis Morissette comes up when you.
My favorite song, "Death to America."
Who's this?
Jimmy's taking a phone call.
I'm on the radio.
Now people are personally telling him how much they love him on his on his personal phone line.
I'm sorry I took that. I thought it might be somebody who knew me, who I was going to scream at for calling me at this hour. But it was just fancy gentlemen.
So what's up with the MySpace?
They're going to be combing through it using this Advise software. That's going to, I guess, look for keywords,
right,
and phrases.
MySpace accounts, blogs. And they even said email, though they didn't really explain how they're getting access to email.
I think maybe the comments that you put, messages you send somebody. I know the comments sections can be quite lengthy. Personal email, I don't know about that.
Well, there's AT&T and some of the providers like that have the backbones are in trouble because they allowed access to the government over this whole warrantless wiretapping thing.
Yep.
There's theories that they're also scanning email as well. So your major providers have given access to the backbone to the Department of Homeland Security, who hook up a system like Carnivore. Do you remember Carnivore?
Carnivore.
Yeah.
What did that stand for?
Something bad.
Yeah.
That sits there and scans all the email and looks for keywords.
What keywords could they be looking for? Like, what terrorist is going to... Because if you write terrorist, hi, I'm a terrorist looking for other terrorists.
As long as they're not looking for words like Norton, lollipop, secret, log, hotel room,
school.
I'm a terrorist looking for underage terrorists.
The number 14.
Yes. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a terrorist. It's weird. It's like... And this is where people say slippery slope, like... You got to be careful it doesn't bleed into other areas. I don't want them going after people for loan sharking or prostitution or any crime. But for terrorism, if it's only used legitimately for terrorism, but I'm
the
saying
government.
They never lie. I wouldn't mind it, but I'm afraid it won't be.
They use this stuff responsibly.
Yeah. They've been using the Patriot Act for a lot of non-terrorism related cases.
Then that's what has to be stopped. Because slippery slope doesn't work. That's like saying... you can't have jails because technically that can be abused.
Yes.
Or you know what I mean? It's like anything can be abused. You just have to fight it in court, make sure it's not abused.
And, you know, the legal backlash to MySpace has begun. Like, you've got this Connecticut Attorney General who has announced a criminal probe into MySpace, saying that 7 underage girls in Connecticut were fondled or had consensual sex with adult men that they'd met on MySpace.
So what are they doing? Are they going after the parents for not paying attention to what their kids are doing?
Yeah.
Or not putting some kind of a monitor a device on their kid's computer?
Very good. Very good. Bravo. Why don't you look and see what your kids are doing on the computer?
No.
A lot of parents don't know.
No.
We're monitoring software.
Shut up. You're going to ruin it.
You're going to wreck it for everybody.
That's right.
Ruin it.
That's right.
A little fondling.
Little fondling never hurt.
Sensual.
They're calling MySpace a parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah,
right?
that was his quote.
You know what a parent's worst nightmare should be? Second jobs. Why don't you stop taking second jobs and fucking pay attention to your awful kids?
Pay for the computer.
A parent's worst nightmare? Mom, this is Tyrone.
Oh, yes. What? Now, yeah, at MySpace, I think, is far down on the list.
It may be on the list, but I don't think it's the worst nightmare.
Yes, no, parents' worst nightmare is Grandma is now Grandpa.
Another worst nightmare.
Or
that
even
would
worse.
beat.
Mom, Tyrone and I have a special announcement, followed by a belly pat. Mulata, mongrel MySpace member. Both websites will be destroyed.
As she points out her little baby bump. Because now it's called a baby bump.
You put your ear,
that's all mines.
A shorty.
You put your ear to it, you can hear it complaining.
Holy shit. All right. So that's...
Yeah, we got to watch out now for the government on your MySpace.
Why don't we take a look?
Well, if you're putting, deflammatory comments on.
I don't know. What are you going to do, though? What could you put on there that what terrorist is going to... Here's pictures of us blowing some stuff up. Right. It's my blog. I hate America. I hate the infidels. It's my friend list.
Mujahideen humor.
Yeah. Glittery comments. I hate the USA and it sparkles.
Yes. Good seeing you at that rally. Looks like you put a few pounds on when we burned the effigy. LOL.
Before we go to break,
all the chicks are just pictures of veils. She's hot. That was really sexy.
It was a great night last night. She got drunk and her veil fell and I saw her nose. And then I had sexual relations with a softer boy. Fucking creepy culture.
Let's go to Mark in Arizona. Speaking of creepy cultures. Mark.
Hey, good morning.
Arizona?
Well, no, I'll explain.
Tucson.
Go ahead, Mark.
I am shipping out Monday to go over into Arab John and then up into eastern Iraq with the Navy.
Yikes.
I've been gone for about a year. Hey, good times, eh? But is there an XM radio that reaches over there? Does a portable, what do they have, the new, I forget what it's called, the new XM to go or whatever?
Boy, that is a great unit, but,
yeah.
Sorry.
If you have a long cord.
You know what?
You can get it online, though.
If XM wants to do the right thing, what they should do is figure out... Oh, my God, Mark, hold on a second.
Let's go in Iraq. Don't say anything.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
XM should figure out how they could get the boys to listen to XM for free over there.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard.
That, and I'd like to find out if I can get a receiver that, somehow reaches over there.
There's got to be a way to do it.
Through computer.
I think only online.
Yeah, online.
There's no satellite over there.
But somehow give away some free accounts that the boys could get into over there.
They had a program to get free accounts, didn't they?
I have no idea.
Right around Christmas time.
That would be a great thing for XM to do.
I bet the satellite traffic's a little heavy over Iraq. I don't think an XM satellite might fit between some of the other ones that are kind of repositioned over the area.
Trying to call in bomber coordinates. You hear our fucking awful program. Whip them out. Let's see your tits.
Right.
Bunch of dopes.
And I don't know.
We're looking at grid 659, and the tits on this fucking bitch that we saw driving down the road the other day was what the fuck?
Look at the foot on that one. Oh my God.
What happened?
There is satellite radio over there.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
the World Space Company, they cover Africa, they cover the Middle East, they cover India is a huge satellite radio market now.
Really?
Yeah. You should talk to the World Space people and get on there.
I know, because the one guy I know that does a show in Zimbabwe actually made number 83 on the Talkers magazine Top 100.
Hey, Mark, good luck to you over there, all right?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. There goes Mark. He's leaving us for about
Good luck,
a year.
man.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, thanks.
All right. That's a serious question for XM, though. They should figure that out.
It's the Navy, though.
We get a lot of
can't hear it underwater.
How much danger could they possibly be?
Sand. We get a lot of emails from the boys in Iraq, though. They really want this program over there.
How many destroyers have gone down in the desert?
Bunch of men in a sub wearing tight white slacks and little white hats. Who could resist?
Knickers.
Got to squeeze past each other
all
the time.
Tight hallways.
Right.
Oh, excuse me.
Could have just dressed them all like Spanky used to dress in Little Rascals.
Everybody trying to sleep, cutting sauerkraut farts. Bunch of men breathing in each other's fumes. Things happen.
Salami hanging from the netting in the hallways. It's World War II.
Salami.
Nice.
Audible.com.
They used to have to use up every available space.
They need more than Audible.com.
No,
our material is available on Audible.com.
They should get a military discount, Ope.
It would be a great thing for XM to do. They should figure that out. We should take a break. We'll continue with Laszlo in just a bit here.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the last day of
Black History Month.
Black History Month. Laszlo brought that to our attention.
Victory is near.
Good riddance.
Begins at midnight.
Oh, Jesus. Come on now.
We shouldn't be acknowledging other races for an
No more
entire
Maya
month.
Angelou on the radio.
But the best part, someone out there has a sense of humor. They give him the shortest month of the year. That is unbelievable.
And every 4 years, they're like very excited because it's leap year. One more day.
What are you doing on the 29th?
And I was telling the guys during the break, I was getting my mom a birthday card recently, and they have Black History Month cards.
Who do you send those to?
Mostly women, I noticed, to empower the black woman. There's actual greeting cards.
Mm-hmm. It's a picture of a burnt-out church on the front.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell? That's Laszlo, everybody.
Laszlo, no, you're never gonna make the top 100.
He's not officially part of our radio show. We don't pay him.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
We're sorry.
Jiminy cricket.
Jokes. Shame.
Anyway, back to Tech Talk with Laszlo.
Oh, yeah, where were we? Jesus. We were, MySpace is a parent's worst nightmare.
Yep.
Wireless camera for your helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this sounds like something I think they've had for years. You put a camera on your helmet, and like a miner could go into a cave or something and see the...
Not is that helmet, Anthony.
Oh, no?
Not that
Well,
helmet.
do tell. You like the way I kind of...
Yeah, that was kind of good.
Yeah.
They're actually showing this thing at CES. It comes out in like a month and a half. It's from Samsung, and it's a wireless camera lens that sends a wireless signal back to the camcorder. Mm-hmm. So you could maybe, if you're having a bee contest of some sort, you could tape it to a person's leg or their hog and get that unique angle.
Oh, okay. So instead of the whole camera having to be under there, it's pretty small. How big would you say?
It's about the size of a D-cell battery.
And, wow.
C-cell battery.
That'll go like anywhere.
Right.
And then it transmits back to a camcorder.
Right.
You could put it on your dick?
Well, yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah. If you wanted to, like, a day in the life of Ben's hog or something.
Oh, hog cam.
Right.
The hog cam.
That could be fun to do one day. Put it up on
Reality
Pal
show.
Talk.
Boys, you're way behind the times. I've had a hog cam for many years.
No, but it's good for like snowboarding or mountain biking, but I'm sure it's going to be used for a lot more deviant purposes.
We said that the other day.
Yeah.
All this cool tech shit, it has a good use, but we always bring it right back to the porn angle.
Right, porno.
Like the Pal Talk that we're having fun with. That was invented for stupid video conferencing with your little work buddy that's like Anthony said yesterday in Japan or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to fly to Japan, you have to have a meeting in the boardroom.
You do it over the video conferencing.
That's right. That's why they invented that stuff originally.
Yeah. That was the initial pitch that was made to get financing.
Yeah,
because you can't be the business guy going in and going, there are going to be people fucking and sucking, and we can look in. It's like, I'm a business guy. If Bob is in Japan and we're here, we can meet and look at each other.
Don't forget,
be able to share. We can share the graphs and various records that we need to show each other.
And it's like these people buy these $700 smartphones. They can do all these amazing things, and what do they use it for?
Porno.
Downloading porn. Google actually released some statistics that said that 8.5% of people sitting down in front of their computer and doing a Google search are looking for adult content.
Porno.
But people on their phones, on their smartphones who have like a web browser that are doing Google searches, 20%, 1 in 5, is looking for porn. Do you watch porn on your phone, Anthony?
I haven't. Let me think. I think I might have.
You have porn on your phone?
Yeah, I could get it. I get a lot of like channels on my phone now. They keep adding new ones, which is great. When I first signed up, all I got was like Fox News.
The government of this fine country has to finally admit it. We all love porn.
We
You're
enjoy
not
it.
gonna stop it.
It's a large segment of this society that likes watching it and needs places to download it, watch it. Even if it's on the bus next to somebody on your phone,
and you take
rubbing against them.
You take all our porn away. What we'll do? We'll go right back to being cavemen, and we'll start sketching out some fucking scenes
draw it on
for
the walls,
ourselves.
dragging bitches and.
Do you honestly think though? Like I'm taking the other side here because I'm for downloading it anywhere. I could give a shit. But do you honestly think that on your phone? That you really need porno to be available on your cell phone so that if you're in a bus, on the subway, walking down the street, you need it that badly. Do you see that as somebody who has a problem and that as being satisfied or a convenience for just the normal person that's kind of into looking at naked chicks? I see it more as you're catering to someone that has a real problem if they need to look at porn on their phone.
But the numbers don't lie. 20% is.
I understand because it's available.
20%.
Like I would look. I'm saying, you're right. I'm looking.
I think people are doing that because just like anything else, it's just killing time while you're commuting or whatever.
Yeah, but
of course, there's people with problems that need to see porn all the time. But there's also people they like their porn. They need to kill a little time in between, commutes, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but typically when you watch porn, you're gonna spank one out.
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
And
a
mobile phone,
heated up.
Right? It's a mobile phone. You're out being mobile, maybe in public or in a place of business.
If you're anywhere where you can jack, I think you have like a VCR or DVD, magazines, something.
Yeah.
What if you're not somewhere? If you're somewhere you shouldn't be jacking, I don't think you should be looking.
Why are you filling up
porn? God, he's got a rock.
Ew, I'm talking and he's getting hard.
I'm thinking about porn on the phone.
On the phone and jacking and stuff.
I'm just thinking about a particular scene which I'd like to see on the phone.
Well, you saw
horrid person.
Sit back down.
Please sit.
Filling up.
Go ahead.
Thought you were stealing eggs,
so fucking
putting them down
normal.
your pants.
And we wonder why we're not in the top 100.
And like 30, 40 seconds before that, I look over and he's just got this look on his face.
He gets the weird look.
Right. He gets that smile.
We've moved past that months and years ago.
You know what the look is? If you've seen Pulp Fiction, it's the look John Travolta has when he's driving right after he shoots up. and
he had a heroin look on his face, didn't he?
And he leaves the house. And he's just driving, and he's kind of his eyes half shut. He's got that smile on his face. That's Jimmy.
That's good old
Jimmy when he's got a boner.
All right, listen. We got it. Could you rewind the show for a second, Anthony? That's amazing. Wireless cameras for your penis.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Let's say hi to Nick in Cleveland. Nick?
Yeah, just wanted to say a day in the life of Ben's hog. Plenty of room for a camera and enough room for a cameraman, too. Now, boys.
You have a guy holding a boom mic.
Well, his comment was a lot funnier. It said you would need a whole camera crew.
A crew.
He's probably afraid you'd wreck it. So he says you need a whole camera crew. You're on.
You're on.
I'm trying to be better.
You have been better with that one.
Like that scene from Dune with the snake coming out of the sand and the people running around.
Gary giveaway.
I love that one.
All right, let's. So we're porn on the phone.
Yeah, and the Google thing. The Justice Department is trying to get a week's worth of search records from Google, and Google's been fighting it.
Good. Good for Google.
Yeah, the Justice Department is probably going to end up getting it.
I think they'll get it. We're at a point now. Years ago, it was very hard for the government to get information on people, even though they did, but it was a lot more difficult because there were only so many outlets that had your information. There was your phone at home, your social security number, and your license. That's pretty much was it as far as where you could get information on somebody. Now, you're putting all kinds of information out on the web about yourself, what you do, what you like, what your business practices are, credit cards. Things like this are everywhere. And I think the companies aren't as strong as they seem to have been back then. Like the phone company, if the government went to them years ago, they'd say, no, we're not giving you the records. We'll go public. And then the public finds out that the government's trying to get phone records. There's a big stink about it. You get like Google. They're just kids that made millions and billions and millions of dollars. They don't want any trouble. They don't want court cases. So they're more likely to go, all right, take the info. And we'd rather not fight.
They're accusing Google of helping child pornographers. Because that's what this is about. It's about that COPA law that the fucking Clinton administration...
Coppola makes some
do you remember,
great movies.
Like the Child Online Protection Act? It's lost in the Supreme Court twice as unconstitutional.
Well, you know what? Because of some... I'm playing devil's advocate. Because of some...
take the horns off!
Oh,
no, the tail and the pitchfork. You go all out.
Anthony, I don't have that on!
Yes, sir.
In what scenario? I understand unconstitutional. A lot of times they'll fight the constitutionality of something because of a little glitch or a little, Under what scenario is that hurting a law-abiding American citizen when they're going after people who are trading or dealing in child pornography or looking for it? Because most people I'm saying who look for it probably have it. I'm not saying all.
That's the usual battle cry is, hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about.
I mean, this goes beyond not paying taxes, doing anything wrong. This goes beyond, illegally trading music or even gambling or bullshit.
But that's what you call
slippery
the
slope.
Slippery slope.
Again, to me, the slippery slope argument doesn't work.
I like to call it the greasy Asian.
The COPA,
right? If whatever you want to call it,
all right,
fine by me.
All right. So they will always argue the sweaty Chinaman, and they'll say. But again, back to my other point. Then you shouldn't have jails because slippery slope can always take you from one point to anywhere you need to be. And I'm not saying it never has merits, but you can't use it when you're dealing with child pornography. How can that possibly, if that's really what they're looking for?
Because a lot of the laws that are made to protect children against child pornography or protect us against terrorism get used for things like the war on drugs, which again sounds fun on the outside, but then it's like, is the wiretapping going to some poor bastard who just wants to smoke a joint? Because it's included in the war on drugs that we just happen to be able to use this law that was an anti-terrorist law, but since we're able to, and then you're just winding up, wiring people that might not really be doing anything that bad.
What you're talking about is the abuse of a legitimate law.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
All the time.
It does.
They're too trustworthy.
Not at all. But by that logic, we shouldn't have any laws because they can all be abused.
Anarchy, man.
But you know what
Anarchy, man. Anthony, I'm with you, Jim.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like that's why slippery slope.
The reason that they want these Google records is they want to prove that people are online searching for child pornography because they're trying to get this COPA law reestablished. And the law says that if you publish material that is harmful to minors, you have to use a credit card verification check, meaning that Foundry Music, Opie Anthony,
right,
would have to have a credit card verification check to make sure that people that are accessing your website are of age.
How about the parents?
That's disgusting.
Yeah. How about the parents and guardians put up software that's available to keep their kids from looking at this shit?
Yeah, like a fist.
Thank you.
Face.
All right, we only got 2 minutes left. There's a couple other things that are very interesting that we could go through really fast here, Laszlo. I like the Big Brother school
the Japanese.
This
is my favorite story about the Japanese. You know, everybody's got these Bluetooth headsets. You see Elo walking around with them.
Of course.
In Japan,
like the Borg.
It's right. It's a disgrace to look like you're crazy.
Really?
So they're wireless Bluetooth headsets. They're attaching wires to, so people don't think they're talking to them.
So under the semblance of sanity, they figure blur out the pubic hair when you're shitting into a bride's mouth. You'd hate to look nutty. Wa-cha-cha.
What else there, Laszlo?
Nutty culture.
What else?
I like the Big Brother in the cafeteria.
Big Brother school cafeteria.
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
Houston's got a school cafeteria program now where parents can go online and see what their kids had for lunch, and they can set restrictions on if their kids can have dessert that day when they go through line. So when the kid brings the food to the checkout counter, it'll say, "I'm sorry, your mom set a restriction, no dessert today."
That's never going to work.
They also have...
There's going to be a parent out there that lets their kid get whatever the hell they want, and then that kid will help out his friends.
Oh, you think he's going to do like the piss test?
That have the strict parents, yes.
And there are electronic devices that can be put on your child, so when they arrive at school, it's red when they walk through the door, and you could get verification that your kid actually went to the school.
We're going down that road.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
it's already happened.
Chips inserted.
But I mean, it's gonna be mainstream. I mean, parents are going to be tagging their kids. You watch.
But it's good. Let them take responsibility for the little fucker so we don't have to watch out for him.
Exactly.
It takes a village. Does it, fat Kevs?
I want to personally thank Mila Jovovich for coming in this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Ultraviolet, her movie coming out.
So long ago now.
Check it out.
Laszlo.
She's a doll.
LAZLOW.com.
Yep.
Thank you, Laszlo.
Me and Mila was a pleasure.
This concludes our podcast day. The Opie Anthony Show.